I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to FFC. I am your fantasy host, Coach, and I welcome back. Hold on, we need a little bit of cheers for this one because it is week 1, my people, and we are ready to set some lineups. Who's ready? I'm ready. It's football. We got Thursday night tomorrow. We got a special Friday night because they're playing in Brazil, and then we have Sunday 7 hours of commercial-free football on Sunday. Woo! I'm so excited. We have a wonderful, wonderful show here today. Few things we're going to talk about. We have CeeDee Lamb who got paid, which is good. We have Brandon Ayuk who got his check. I told you guys. How long is Coach been saying it all offseason? Brandon Ayuk will not get paid until right before week 1. That money is now allocated into the new funds. They didn't want that money allocated in old funds from training camp. I told you guys. It's a business, okay? They wanted to pay him. How do they need to pay him? Because they need to make sure they allocate funds for other players in the future. They're smart. Same thing they did with Debo. They just know how to allocate their funds correctly. So they waited. He didn't need to go to training camp. He didn't need to do anything. What he needed to do was wait. They talked. They had their negotiations. Bada bing, bada boom, buddy got paid. Here we are. Time for week 1. I ain't want no number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football, though, people. You guys can have all of that grace. I want everybody that's having a one-on-one. So, as it is, it's week 1. We have a few good topics to go over besides everyone who just got paid. We have 2 leagues to discuss today. Coach is in one actual fantasy league, Fire Pit Fantasy League. It's a 14-team league. And then I am not necessarily running. I did the rules for R2L. We changed some things, okay, because I want to have a little fun with some points, okay? So we gave half a point for running back carries. Not a full point, just a half a point. Again, it's not like a running back is getting 30 carries a game. So it's not going to completely elevate their points substantially. But they're getting some points for the little work that they do in the running game. And that is for any receivers who takes the ball in the backfield like Debo. He'll get those half a points. So a person like Debo is good to have because as a receiver, he's versatile in the backfield. See how that works? We didn't change anything with receivers because they already get everything with PPR. However, we did change quarterback. So I couldn't change it to where a quarterback can get 1 point for every 5 receptions. I wasn't able to change that part of the rule. So what I did, which I hopefully didn't I think it evened out or balanced out pretty well. I noticed that they were going to give quarterback 4 points, so I gave them an extra 2. So they get 6 points for a touchdown. And there was something else I gave them points for. What was it? Oh, I gave them, instead of 1 point for every 25 yards, I gave them 2. So hopefully those 4 points added incrementally won't make quarterbacks look so horrible if they don't have a touchdown. You see what I'm saying? So at least the two points for every 25 yards. Sometimes some games quarterbacks don't get a touchdown, but those little extra points for that 1 extra point for every 25 yards should help with their points. If all they have is complete, or all they had is yards. You know what I mean? I didn't want to do bonuses. I think bonuses kind of I feel like they may take away a bit or make you reach. So I don't do bonuses. If I was gonna do a bonus, I probably would have given it to the defense or the kicker. But we're gonna start slow with working out offensive points only right now. So that's gonna be a fun thing to do. So what I'm gonna do with that this year is basically we have it's another 14 team league, and we're basically going to track that league through coaches shows. So we're going to kind of have fun with it, make scenes out of it, make a theme out of it. It'll be really fun. And at the end of the day, you all with me get to follow who's going to win. Who's going to win the R2L league? Now, in Fire Pit's a little different. Coach is in that one. I begged them to leave Coach out of it. I really did. I said, hey, Coach just wants to sit back, and I just want to tell you guys what to do. I don't need to draft. No. Lance pulled me in. And Lance, since you pulled me in and I had this draft, it was a wonderful draft. I enjoyed it. Even sat next to Buddha with my computer, watched him try to sniper from my queue. I didn't move my computer. I have a lot of players in my queue. You have a good time picking out of that what you think I'm gonna grab. He took one player from me. I was a little butthurt, but it was Jonathan Taylor. I got Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm okay. But I'm gonna win. Yeah, I'm coming for all the gold. I don't lose. Okay, I am a strategic player. I love fantasy football. I love it so much. I wanted to sit back in my God chair with my feet up and say, no, don't take that player. Take that player. Jalen Reed is better. No, Romeo Dobbs is injured. But when he's in the game, he's a stellar player. That's what Coach wants to do. But no, you all said, we want you to play. And I said, fine. All of y'all are going to lose. Gus, Willie, who took Isaiah Pacheco with the second pick. What? Oh, yeah, we got a lot to talk about today, guys. But Coach's team is beautiful. Oh, it was heaven sent. It was almost like I sat there in the draft, did like this. You are on my team. Ding, ding, ding. You are on my team. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, Josh Allen's available. Thank you. I'm taking him plus Tank Dell. So, yeah, my draft pretty much was a symphony of wonderful players. Yeah. We'll get to that. So, what we also have on today's schedule is we're bringing back something that I love to do, and that's coaches' picks. I love making picks every week. I love sitting down and going through all the picks and saying, this team's going to beat that team. This team's going to beat that team. That team's going to beat that team. And then at the end of the week, going through my stuff and looking at it, say, 1, lost, 1. And at the end, I'm 11-3 or whatever the record is because of that week. I have more wins and losses against who I pick. Don't get me wrong. There's some weeks, especially during Halloween, it's monsters. My records be like 6-9 or 5-10. Like it's nasty. Bye weeks play a problem with it, and then it's almost like I'm perfectly picking who's going to win just for them to turn around and lose. And it's funny because the team that I picked to win and why loses to the team I picked to lose, but yet the team that lost beat the team that I said was going to win the way I thought they was going. It's a madhouse up here. It's a madhouse. But so we have coaches picks coming back today. We're gonna be doing that today. And we also have, I'm missing something. What was it? Coaches picks. And of course, the most important part of the show. We got starting sits, people. We got to figure out who we starting sitting for week 1. It's gonna be ugly because everybody's playing. There are no bye weeks. Everybody should be potentially at their healthiest. So it's almost like you can start anybody. You don't want to sit anybody, but you're going to have to pick and choose. It's week 1. Here's one thing I will say. When you make your picks and you sit and make your starting sets, right? Unless the matchup is drastically changing, leave your lineup alone for like the first 3 weeks. It's not much you can really do. All you're gonna do is go make yourself go crazy trying to take people in and out because they've had a bad week. You're gonna take losses in fantasy football. You understand what I'm telling you? Let me explain something to you. An 8-6 record is stronger than 11-3. Why? They did everything they possibly could. They lost players, they redrafted players, or we got players off the waiver wire. They did everything they could, and they got 8-6 and made it to the playoffs. And you got to deal with that team in the playoffs. Never put yourself in that predicament. Enjoy losses because losses help you see who's staying on your team, who's having it rough. But I'm gonna put you on the bench for a little bit, see if you work it out. It's losses. But if you're winning and winning and winning, you're gonna have this fake ideology that you have the greatest team, but you don't. Your team is based off points, and right now the players that you have are just getting a lot of points. There's gonna come a time you're gonna sit back 5 weeks, or when the schedule gets tougher, and that same player, or the weather get colder. Hey, Stephon, and points drop. First 9 weeks, you're over 100 yards every week. It gets cold in week 10 all the way through week 18, and now you can't score over 23 yards a game. It happens, Oh, Coach takes shots on the show. If you're new to Coach's show, you're getting shots taken. Jadeveon Clowney, Stephon Diggs. We got another segment today that I appreciate Boss Man Joe for helping me create. Coach's Couch. Now we have a couch. Now we got players on that couch. You know a player ain't gonna be on that couch? Chase Claypool. Here's why. The couch is meant for players who are going to play football. It's not even for suspension. Some suspension, depending on what the suspension. But the reason why Chase Claypool didn't even make Couch's roster, not Coach's roster, the Couch's roster, is because you know what? At the end of the day, this was Chase Claypool's last chance. He got hurt. He didn't even step on the field. He has done nothing this entire career. He's a wash since he's been a rookie. And sometimes this happens, everybody. Sometimes this is what life is in football. He ain't got one. It's over. So there's no point even bringing him on Coach's couch. I don't want him hanging out with Coach for a year. He ain't got a team to go to next year. This is it. So Coach's couch pertains to players who should return next year to their respectable team. That versus finding the team getting hurt, and you're pretty much you're not getting picked up after that. So we got a lot of things to do today. And of course, as always, Coach goes to the comments and we discuss anything you guys have in the comments. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, I am grading the R2L team today as well. Each team in there will get a grade, okay? I'm not going to grade Fire Pit only because I have the better team in Fire Pit. That's the grade. Oh, no, y'all wanted me in the league. I told you, leave me alone. Let me be your oracle. You wanted the oracle inside. I'm inside you now. Y'all got to deal with me for a whole year. Lance, you beg for this. Guess what you get? You get Coach in week 1. Have fun taking that L, pimp. All right, so let's head to these comments real quick. I know I'm fired. So, okay. Coach got instructed to do something. And I'm so embarrassed because I messed up the whole draft. So I set the rules. I set everything up. And my dumb behind forgot to set up the doggone live. I forgot to set the live and the time. These dudes had a special draft. R2L had a special draft at the Washington Commanders suite. They were inside the stadium, inside the suite. And all Coach had to do was click a button. And this is why you don't do things when you're tired. Take it from a grown man. Get your rest. I could have woke up in the morning. I could have taken care of everything the right way. Could have had my man Joe review it. But you got to pay attention to things as you get older because you think you can do it all. And you almost potentially hurt your people that you're supposed to take care of. So, Coach apologizes. Coach is fired. Hopefully, I get my job back next season. If the points work, because Dave don't like my point system either. He's saying that person that's going to win is going to have an asterisk. Don't win then, Dave. And again, what this shows you, right here is you can come for coach. Coach makes mistakes. Do not sit here and let coach lead you astray. If you think something's wrong, hey, coach, I don't know, bro. Well, I don't know. We watching the same thing. When I saw, because look here, I watch a lot of football, and sometimes a lot of it can get combobulated up in here. Okay, so if we can discuss it, I go back and research and look. I'm like, oh, you know what? You ask my man Carl. Okay, I sat up here and raved about DK Metcalf. The man looked at me and said one word: "If you like DK Metcalf, how you don't like Mike Williams?" He didn't say nothing else after that. Coach sat back and shut up. Said, let me go look. I went and looked at the numbers for Mike Williams, and I went and looked at the numbers for DK Metcalf. And it was nothing different. They were the same. And you know what I ended up doing? My love for DK Metcalf was dying slow because why? He was looking more and more like the Mike Williams I don't like in charge. Well, who's Jet now, but who might hopefully potentially be a Raider so that Devontae Adams can come over. Coach got a lot of stuff in his head, I'll be telling you. Devontae Adams will be a Jet. And somebody today is getting the biggest shout out in the world. Caden, my man. He's back. Oh, I'm so happy. This was one of my number one fans last year. He was with Coach every week. Coach helped him set his lineup every week. Caden, did you win last year? I know you were in the playoffs. I know you made it to the playoffs. I need to find out if you actually won. We never got to link up after the show, but that's okay. He is back for season 2. Caden said, I need a break. Coach got a lot of information. I'm coming back next season, and here he is. I'm so excited. I got returners. Because why? Coach know what he's talking about. I ain't no fool. I know football. I'm trying again. I'm here for you to win. I want you to make money. I want you to have championships. I got all that with fantasy. It's a chess match I don't lose. So I'd rather give everything that's all up in this dome to all the people that want it. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for every single last one of you. So now that I'm excited, my man Caden is back. Let's go ahead and get started with today's show. All right, so our first topic today will be, do we have them? If not, we're going to freestyle it. All right, so we're going to freestyle it. So our first topic for today is going to be Coaches Fantasy League. I want to go over my Fire Pit team, and you guys tell me what you think, all right? So it was fun. Like, I've never did a live draft with a bunch of people. All my drafts were used, except for R2L a couple years ago. But normally I've always done, ESPN, or I've done them with other people. But we just set up the draft date, set up the time, and everybody gets on. Sometimes you get a couple of auto drafts. It happens. But this was fun. It's 14 teams, so the strategy's got to be. Like, I've always told you guys, the strategy has to be different with 14 teams. But if you have the strategy for the players you want, that's the strategy you go with. Never change. If you're a running back kind of person, don't change. If you're a receiver type of person, don't change. That is your strategy. If you have ever won championships in fantasy football by way of your strategy, don't change. Even if coach is telling you about his own strategy, you have to understand something. I am me, you are you. I give advice. You can take it, you can leave it. For instance, I don't trade. I'm not trading with nobody. If you're a trader, trade. I don't trade. I draft so well, my roster doesn't need trades. Now, if you just happen to have something I would love and you trying to take something from me I don't care about, here. But I don't trade, especially to be even. I'm not trying to be even with you. I'm trying to beat you. I need my roster to be better than you in every fashion. So why would I trade with you? You're going to have to come up something sweet. It's something. And then obviously to give up something sweet, you think I'm giving you up something that nah, buddy. Again, you got to take something I can care less about. That's the only way a trade's working. But that's me. That's just me. And I might lose half my roster. I still won't trade. I go to waiver wire and deal with it. I'm a waiver wire weasel. That's what I do. I don't know though, because I hear Fire Pit got some weasels that be up at like 2, 3 in the morning waiting for the waiver wires to be open. Excuse me. So I don't know. They might have me beat a little bit, But again, that's why I strategically drafted the way that I did. So let's go over that said draft, shall we? With Coach's first pick, I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. I wanted Jonathan Taylor, but those were the ones I was wanting. I had the ninth ugly pick. I had the ninth pick in the draft. So with that pick, I went with Jahmyr Gibbs. Now on the turnaround, wasn't too much. So I do hope that the Rams coach doesn't screw me, but I went with the punt returner, Kyron Williams. God, I really hope he was in that press conference just talking. Like, because if he's a punt returner, he's not going to touch the ball that much. He'll get it, but if he's a punt returner, he doesn't need to be a punt returner. That was a stupid comment, and I hope it was fake. Now, there were things got fishy. It's a 14-team league, right? I got 2 running backs. I could grab a receiver, but here's the thing. The receivers that I want, I need one-on-one matchups, period. I do not need double team. I didn't go after Devontae Adams. I didn't go after Brandon Ayuk. I didn't go after any wide receiver that begged for money this year. I say beg because they all got money. I just beat them. But I didn't take not one of them. Why? Why would I do that? Every single last one of them has to put a target on their back. I'm the number 1 wide receiver. Good. You get double team. I don't want him. Give me single coverage. That's why I don't know if Calvary is going to be good in Tennessee, just because I think Tennessee is just awful. I know they got Tyler Boyd. They're both number 2s, but the team is just awful. So even though he's a great number 2, Calvin Ridley, I don't think he's even going to be good. I don't think so. But I do want somebody who's a strong number 2. All right. And now, and number personnel who I think are potential number 1s that other people don't see, like Tank Dell. But my number 3rd pick was not a receiver. No. See, we got to think strategically, right? We're in a 14-team league. And if you don't have this one position as one of your strong positions, you're done. You're done. It doesn't matter. So I had to jump early and grab Josh Allen with my 3rd pick. I need a quarterback. I need a quarterback that can run. I need a quarterback that can throw. I need a quarterback who will potentially give me 28 plus points every week, not less than that. And that's Josh Allen, the god of fantasy football. I rip him apart in the field because Buddy turned the ball over twice a game. He's the reason I don't know why they paid him so much money to keep losing to Patrick Mahomes. That's my issue with him in the NFL. But fantasy, no. I will always separate the two. He's the god of fantasy football because his numbers say that. He is an average 28 plus quarterback, 28 point quarterback a game. This is what he is. That's what I grabbed. I have them winning 10 games this year. They haven't been in the playoffs, so he's going to give me a lot of good wins. My 4th pick, that one was fun. Tank Dell. Why not? Returning off ACL reconstruction surgery. I'm excited about it. He still got Nico Collins. You got Stephon Diggs added. Again, it's Houston. He ain't got to worry about it getting cold in Houston until December. It'll get cold, and it's 50, 40 degrees. You should be okay. And it's a dome in Texas. You should be all right in Houston, my guy. Taxes, you're going to buy a big old house. He's going to have fun. Now, with his focus on football, I got Tank Dell, okay? And Nico Collins is good. Tank Dell is faster. That's why I got him. I didn't get him to get 8 catches a game for 140 yards. That's not what I'm looking for out of my receivers. I'm looking for 45 catches for 80 to 110 yards, meaning he's going to get the ball. And I'm looking for a touchdown a game. That's it. 20 points out this receiver, okay? My second receiver, again, it's a 14 team, so players dropped. But my second receiver was Jahmyr Gibbs. I really liked Jahmyr Gibbs last year. I think him and Jordan Love have wonderful chemistry, and you're going to see a lot of that again this year. He's going to be my 7 catch game receiver because he will be fed by Jordan Love. Now, I was real big on him. I talked about his quarterback, and I said if this quarterback works for him, he is going to have a big season. I picked up Kyle Pitts next because I do believe with Kirk Cousins, he's going to have a great season. If not, I got K-Dot on the background. Okay. Tight ends, excuse me, you'll never see me draft a tight end in the 4th, 5th round. Oh, excuse me. I mean in the 3rd or 4th round. 5th or 6th is where I like to grab my tight end. If I can, meaning there's somebody there like, oh yeah, let me jump up and grab. But if there's not, I'll wait. I'll wait. That means obviously there's not enough tight ends, and I'll grab something else. I might be able to get one off if I can get one off a trade, because I think that happened to me once. I was able to trade for a tight end because the person wanted a receiver that I really didn't care about. So it worked out for me. I even threw in another tight end that I didn't care about to make the deal sweeter. It was a 2-for-1, and my one got me in the championship. So again, my trades only work if they work for me. All right, so next up, after Kyle Pitts, I went with So there's no kickers in this league. There's double super flex. So I did go with Brian Thomas, and I went with Trey Benson. What do I always tell you? The dawn of me playing this game, I keep one rookie and one notable, two notable rookies, one receiver and one running back. It's always been that way. It was DK Metcalf when he was a rookie. I had Kareem Hunt his rookie season. I had Josh Jacobs his rookie season. Again, I keep them good rookies. I know who they are. Okay, so I'm excited about Trey Benson and Brian Thomas Jr. I think both of them are going to have stellar years with their quarterbacks. I picked up next Curtis Samuel from Buffalo. I got Daryl Mooney. I told you guys, I'm big on Mooney this year, being the fourth option in Atlanta. The fourth option gets 4 catches. 4 catches for 80 yards, 60 yards, it's 10 points. If he gets in the end zone, 15, 16, I'm golden. And mind you, he's not playing anywhere but the Superflex if one of these rookies don't actually pan out. You see what I'm saying? Gotta have a backup. If it's a 14-team league, players are gonna go. Your strategic plan, one is, do you know what these players are gonna do? No, I don't know what these players are gonna do. Do I have potential ideas what they can possibly do? Yes. Based on the team they went to, based on the production that they're doing in practice. There's a lot that goes with how you make your picks. Okay. You can't come into fantasy football by just the name alone. Okay. What does that name do? Right? I got K. Dotton, as I said, as a backup tight end. I think he's going to be fine with Baker Mayfield. I got Antonio Gibson. I needed another running back. Because again, it's running back, receiver, basically to fill up my bench. I got Demario Douglas as well. I got Drake May as a quarterback. And I have nobody on the IR, which is perfect because I don't want any. The only other person I was going to get, if I could have, but he got sniped, was Nick Chubb. And I was trying to get him off. I was trying to get him like 7th, 8th round. He got sniped. I think he got sniped in the 7th round before I could get him. And that's fine. The person who got him was very smart. You don't need Nick Chubb right now. He's going to be on your bench. You didn't waste a high draft pick on him. So that means you're not going to have to worry about using Nick Chubb for 4 or 5 weeks. That's perfect. If you used him with like a 8th, 9th round, 7th round pick, use him with a 3rd, 4th round pick, that's really high for somebody that's about to miss 4 weeks. You got to remember, he's going to miss the first 4 weeks, and he's not going to get his legs under him for the next 2. So that's 8 weeks or 6 weeks of football. You're not going to get the real Nick Chubb. That's a lot of time, bro. But if you use that pick again with your 7th, 8th round, it's perfect because that's a bench pick unless it's a starter you got late that round. But it should be a bench type of pick. You know what I mean? And lastly, I grabbed Jacksonville's defense. Again, that was my last pick. I grabbed defenses that I believe are going to commit action in the game, i.e., create fumbles, grab interceptions. I think Jacksonville's going to do that for the first 3 weeks of the season. After that, defense is going to get better. A lot of things are going to change. You may need to look at the matchups and, pick a different defense. I don't care about having the same defense all season. That's not what I need a defense that I know is going to beat up on a team that week. That's what I'm looking for. If I think the Raiders going against the Panthers is going to be a better matchup, I'm picking the Raiders. I'm going to grab the Raiders defense and I'll drop whoever I have. Y'all can have that week. Probably won't because I'll drop it in the time where the waiver you have to get them off a waiver wire. You won't be able to get them. Strategic. You gotta have a plan, baby. So me personally, I give my team a B. I give myself an A. Why would I do that? I don't have an A plus team. I don't have any number one wide receivers on my team. I don't have a number one tight end on my team. And I don't even have a number one running back on my team, really, outside of Jahmyr Gibbs. I have Josh Allen. My team, collectively, I give it a B. Maybe even a B minus. And I'm still going to the playoffs. So it's never listen to those draft grades that you get from like Yahoo or ESPN. Don't listen to those grades. You only get an A when you draft a player in the round they're supposed to go in. It's the only way you'll ever get an A. The minute you start jumping around that draft board, grab it when you want, your grade goes down. So again, don't listen to that grade. That grade tells you nothing about your team. How many times that thing told me I'm gonna be 4-11, 2-14, whatever, and what I'm at 8-6, 10-5, 11-3. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't listen to those grades. You draft the way you want to draft. If you want the player, again, what does coach say? Go take the player. Period. Don't listen to those draft orders. Don't listen to what they say on ESPN. You listen to coach. But don't listen to nothing else. Listen to yourself. If you want to play. Look, Willie wanted Isaiah Pacheco with the he had the number 2 pick, and he wanted Isaiah Pacheco. What did he do? He took Isaiah Pacheco. Ooh, that little body, no moving leg behind, boy. Oh, my goodness. But, hey, that's what he wanted. Do what you want. Is he going to win a championship? Not what I said, Pacheco at the second pick. But, hey, that's what fantasy football is about, right? Hey, my man Teddy, he grabbed Zach Wilson on his bench. I said, Teddy, you was doing so good. Why would you do something so cool? Well, the team is Milf Hunter. Man said Buddy was his mascot. I love it. I love it. Hey, have fun with fantasy football. Do you understand? If Teddy wins the championship, Zach Wilson is the champion. Bill Hunters will be the reason Zach Wilson got a championship. That's funny, right? All right, so before we go over to R2L League, let's check the comments real quick. So I did like your roster. Joe, how many rosters did I see? I know I saw one. I saw the R2L. Not too bad. Your bench needs some work. Hopefully you get a trade. I think it was your bench. We're going to go over that in a minute. David Burns watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Hey, David, how you doing? How are you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the show. I am glad you are here. I appreciate you. I hope you have a good season. If you listen to Coach, by all means, I almost guarantee you will. I produce championships on my show and nothing else. I will get you to the playoffs. Unfortunately, when you get there, that's just things when things get sticky. You're on your own, but I'm still here for the best advice that I can possibly give you. Okay. Look, when Coach does start sits at the end of the season, when you got teams that are playing the last 3 games or even the last 2, and you got sittings. It's and teams are gonna play the way it gets tough. Like I'll go through starting sits and be like, I want to tell you, yeah, but I don't know if this team's gonna play right, but it gets rough. It gets rough at the end of the season. But we will do our best to get through. It's just because the last 3 games, a lot of teams do not play hard, and it's like the players you have on your team, on your starting team, they really just might not get the points you want, just because these teams are getting ready for the playoffs. It happens. Me, my man, I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you again and welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Coach loves all viewers. Keep coming. And look, when you guys come and watch the live show, if you have to leave, bye. Take off. I understand. It gets recorded and it'll be on, the whole show will be on YouTube. And then Coach goes back door and I break up the segments into smaller small shorts or smaller videos, and I even take those ones and break them into smaller shorts. So you can follow me on TikTok for the smaller shorts. You can follow me on Instagram at Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs, where you can get those same ones. So I want to make sure you guys have everything, even after I've done the show. Okay. All right. So let us move on over to the R2L League. Yeah. All right. So the R2L League. Where are you at? Where are you at? These are my brothers from another mother. I even talked a little noise on the page on our chat group. I did it on purpose because I want to see. Kev always got something to say. So I messed with him a little bit and told him Vaughn and Dave have the strongest team. Having the strongest team doesn't mean it. It just when you look at their roster, both of them look very strong. But it doesn't mean it. But I knew somebody was gonna say something. It was Kev. Let's see. Where is the rosters? That's what I'm looking for. Trying to pull up the R2L rosters. Oh, coach is over here clicking. All right, here we go. This is it. And now I need to find. How do I look up their rosters? What is going on, NFL? All right, here we go. Jeez Louise. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So Jaden Full. This is Big Man Joe. So on his roster, we have Brees Hall at running back. James Cook at running back. Not bad. We got Chris Olave at receivers. Nah, I'm a little worried about that one. I'm a little worried about that one because I'm a little worried about the Saints. And I need to look up something real quick because I heard something foolish at work yesterday. But I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything in the news about it. He ain't gone. Okay, so he didn't get his contract, which I don't think he deserves. Again, he hadn't done anything since Drew Brees left. he was only good with Drew Brees. So I heard he went to the Broncos. I don't know if that's potential, but I heard he went. So no, he did not. So I don't want to put any false information out there. No, Alvin Kamara is still the doggone Saint. But yeah, Chris Olave, I'm a bit worried about. Just because I'm worried about the Saints. Puka Nacua, that's a good one. Ooh, excuse me. David Njoku, good tight end. DK Metcalf. I still have my issues with DK. He hadn't played like a warm receiver since his rookie season. Bryce Young at quarterback. I don't know why you went there. The Panthers are not going to be good. You better off going with Drake May than Bryce Young, to be honest with you. And I could be wrong. I mean, they did give him a couple of weapons. They don't have a running back. I still don't think they have a good offensive line. Got a couple of receivers, but I don't think it's enough. But again, you have Anthony Richardson as your starting quarterback, so you're fine there. And you'll see enough of Bryce Young to know if he's staying on your team and drop him. You got Zach Moss with Cincinnati. Not sure about that one. I mean, he was good with Indianapolis when he had his chance. So it could be the same similar situation with the Cincinnati Bengals. If it is, that's you really lucked up on that one. Zamir White, it's a good pickup. It's a good pickup. It's a 14-team league. I'm not sure what he's going to do with the Raiders, but if he does break out, it'll be good for you. If he doesn't, you may have an option to drop and pick up somebody else. But then your roster gets riddled with garbage. Joe, Andre Miller, IR. Keaton Mitchell, Pup, Odell Beckham. How the hell you got Odell Beckham on your roster? What do you think he is gonna do in Miami when all they winning is 9 games? You could have picked up the Myth Hunter for that. No, you didn't need him. You damn sure didn't need no Odell Beckham. Oh no. I like the Christian Kirk pickup. I think that one you can switch out for Chris Olave. I would play Christian Kirk over Chris Olave week 1. I'll tell you that now. But all in all, big dog, Joe, I'm gonna give this roster a C plus. It has potential. The only one, I'm worried about Chris Olave. That's 1. Bryce Young 2. I'm a little worried about Zach Moss 3. And Zamir White 4. Then you got Marquise. I'm not worried about Christian Kirk. I'm actually a little high on Marquise because of where he's going, so you might be okay there. But then you got a lot of Saints, bro. Rashid, Shaheed, Kondre Miller, Keaton Mitchell, and Odell Beckham. Those 4, I have little worries. I mean, I have worries about. So you have a lot of worries on the team. And again, if they potentially do what they need for you, you're fine. For me, I wouldn't have any one of them mostly on my roster. Only ones I really like are Anthony Richards, James Cook, Brees Hall, Puka, David, Njoku, Christian Kirk, and Jake Elliott, your kicker. And you need a defense. You don't have a defense. I can't give you full grade. Gotta give you a C. I don't know who your defense is, Coach. Joe. But yeah, C plus for Jaden Full. All right, Zeke and Destroy. Let's see what this team is working with. You have CJ Stroud, DeAndre Swift, Bijan Robinson, good pick. I'm sure that was your number 1. Mike Evans, Nico Collins, Tyler Conklin. He does have Aaron Rodgers back if he's healthy enough to be Aaron Rodgers that everybody needs him to be. You got T. Higgins. I like that pickup. Justin Herbert. My love for Herbert is falling. He's looking more like a Jared Goff. Hopefully that changes with his new coach. If it does, you got 2 strong quarterbacks. Let's see. Miles Sanders. Quentin Johnston. Cortland Sutton. Hell no. Luke Musgrave. I do like that. Jonathan Brooks. What is NFI? You see, the Panthers clearly want to make Brooks into a starting running back after drafting him 46. Okay, his final game this is also potential roadblock in the form of incoming starter to Herbert. Okay, I need to know what that code means. Okay, he has an issue where it's non-football related, so hopefully it's not kept him on the pub list through the summer and for the start of the regular season. Well, he's on the pub list, so I don't know. That's not a good sign for me. But again, if you got him late, that's fine. Which it seems like you did. So okay. And then you got Nick Chubb, good pickup. Even okay, he's on the pub list, but good pickup for later. You got the Miami Dolphins defense. I'm a little worried about their defense, to be honest with you. They lost 7 defenders last year. They didn't really make any changes to that. Dustin Hopkins as your kicker. I like that. Let's see. Who do I not like? I don't like Miles Sanders. I don't like Quentin Johnston. And I don't like Cortland Sutton. I give Zeke and Destroy a B. Give him a B. It's a good strong draft. Not too many weak players on the bench. Actually, I'm going to have to say B minus due to the fact your bench is weak enough that your receivers aren't strong or running backs aren't strong in the bench. Like you have Jonathan Brooks and Nick Chubb, and after that, it kind of falls off for your running backs and receivers. I give you a B minus just because of how strong your starters are. But it does fall. It tends to fall off just a bit because of the lack of, and then who replaces what you have, basically who's in place of what you have. But it's a B minus. All right. Let's see. Everything or nothing. Lamar. Lamar, you are working with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. I hope that was a draft pick. David Montgomery as a running back. A bit worrisome. Jonathan Taylor, A.J. Brown, Zay Flowers, Trey McBride, Calvin Ridley, Daniel Jones, Tajay Spears, Deontay Johnson, Lad McConkey, Hurd Samuel, Xavier Worthy, Greg Zerline. I like Xavier Worthy. Greg Zerline, and the Saints. The Saints defense. What? Of everything you could have gone with, you went with the Saints defense. Daniel Jones as a quarterback on your team. Well, Dabo will be fired because the Giants won't do anything this year. And neither will Daniel Jones. Running backs are real weak. Only reason why I say weak, I don't have faith in Tajay Spears because I think that Titans team is going to be an absolute mess. I give this grade a C. Everything or nothing, I give your roster a C. You're going to have some difficult games going against some of these other boys here. I'm going to tell you that now. Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones as your quarterbacks. That's going to be rough. That's going to be real rough. Again, I'm high on Kirk Cousins, but I also said take Kirk Cousins late. Don't take him. I ain't say take him where you would take Josh Allen. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't take Kirk Cousins where you would take Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? So it's almost like Kirk Cousins and Daniel Jones were literally your last two picks. It's gonna be a rough one for you this season. Okay, let's see. Next up, Bill Punters, 10A. You up, buddy? Let me see if you in the. Travis Cheeks. Travis. What's up, my guy? Hey, so I'm really happy about this one. Travis, that's the guy that I work with over at work at Flanagan. So I'm really happy. PJ should have been here. He might have forgot, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna get on him, but it's cool. But I'm glad my man Travis made it. I'm so glad. All right, so pay attention, Travis. I got everything you need on this show. All right. I had Chris Olave ranked higher. I did. And that's why I messed up because I never went back, and that's why I never went back and redid my ranking show due to the fact that I lost the very first episode that I couldn't redo. So there were some changes that I was going to need to make, and I didn't make them. I just left them alone. And it's not that I don't like Chris Olave. The pick is fine. Where you picked him is fine. I'm worried because of the Saints. Like collectively, I'm worried about him because of the Saints. So here's what I mean, right? If the Saints have a good game, he's going to be great. If the Saints have a bad game, he's gonna be like almost close to a no-show. That's what I mean with Chris Olave. So hopefully, because again, it's not Derek Carr, it's not Olave, it's collectively the environment, the coaching, the direction, all of it. It's all of it. They don't have the defense they once had. It's all you got an angry Alvin Kamara who's basically going to be an absentee even while he's on the field. You know what I mean? Which again, he was always that without Breeze anyway. So it's just there's a lot with Chris Olave that just makes me worried due to the fact of what I don't have the Saints collectively doing. he said, don't criticize the publicist and trade. And that's what the publicist is. Yeah. Look, Coach gets on the pub list only for Coach's couch purposes. Okay. But the pub list, like him, what did I say? If you got Nick Chubb late, that's perfect because you don't need him right now first 4 weeks. I just said the pub list gets dangerous when you use high draft picks for a player that's not going to play for the first 4 weeks of the season. Why would you do that? That's the issue. But if you take him late, 8, 9 rounds, that is now where you got basically you have a starting person playing the backup role because he's hurt right now. You see what I'm saying? So as your season progresses and when they can play, you're stronger later than you are now. That's just all that means. Pub list is like, again, you're only playing with fire on the pub list when you take that player really high. Again, I told you all I told everybody, which is kind of crazy how he still ended up on my roster. Because even after he got hurt last year, while we were watching the football games at Firebird, at Maxwell's, and I told every single last one of y'all last year, I'm taking Tank Dell this year. How did y'all let me get him? But did you think I was foolish enough, like playing around? Like, there is nothing about that injury that scared me. Everybody gets the ACL now. You see me, I wait for this. Before I do anything, I wait to get the season or during preseason. And I sit here and tell you, I wait for my slew of ACL tears, which you didn't get this year. Kudos to medical professions who are doing a lot better for these athletes. I appreciate that so much. You guys need to get a round of applause for that one because where's my applause? Because again, there was not that many injuries this year. Where you at, applause? Because again, in normal cases back in the day, Tank Dell would have been out for the first 6 weeks of the season. He should be starting, and if he's not, I think he will be ready for week 1 because the way when he got hurt. But what I'm saying is these new reconstructive surgeons getting these players back on the field. It really is, and I really love it. But if he was a public player, I still would have taken him. I just would have taken him later. I wouldn't have taken him when did I take Dell? With the 4th pick, there's no way I'm taking a public player with the 4th pick. No, I need starters for the first 4 weeks. Remember, the first 4 weeks of NFL are going to be a cakewalk anyway. So you want as many top-heavy players as you want, right? Again, all of you that got all those top-heavy wide receivers, that's going to be great for the first 4 weeks. Y'all about to kill it. And then when defenses get right, who go eat? Those one-on-ones, baby. Those one-on-one. I'm not worried about the first 4 weeks. I got Josh Allen for the first 4 weeks. All I need for my receivers for the first 4 weeks, 17, 18 points. I got running backs. I got a whole team that's got to score. You see? I don't need to be top-heavy. Again, I'm not looking to go undefeated. I'm looking to win a championship. A championship. Screw undefeated. I don't care. Last person that won undefeated didn't win the championship. Tom Brady. I don't want to go undefeated. I don't want that. I need the ring. I need to gloat. I need to brag. I want the trophy. That's what this is about. Look at my coach. Hold on, Mark. We're going to get there. Calm your nerves. Jeez. Yeah, I need a grade. All right, so let's get back to these grades. My boys are antsy. Let's get back to the grades. All right, Teddy and Milk Hunters. We got Caleb Williams at quarterback. Joe Mixon at running back. You don't have a running back in your other position. It's empty. Why is your running back lineups not set? You got Caleb, who's at Khalil Herbert. Maybe it's him. You got Tyler Algier. Maybe it's him. You got is it? Oh boy, Teddy. You got Devontae Adams at receiver. You got Garrett Wilson at receiver. You got George Kittle at tight end. How many times do I keep telling y'all, stay away from George Kittle? Okay, I'm gonna say this once and I'm gonna say this again. I know sometimes his numbers look nice. They do. Do you know when? Do you know when they look good? His numbers look good when other players are injured. Stop taking that guy. He is a blocking tight end. This is why the runners can do whatever they want on the field. He blocks. He can get open. Yes, he is like the last option that they pass the ball to. They just got lucky because when they do throw the ball to him, he catches everything. But he is not their consistent receiver. Stop taking. Tell you, I'm gonna be disappointed every time. Every time. No, it ain't cap. No, it ain't cap. If you have Brandon Ayuk, if you have Deebo Samuel, if you have what's his name? Christian McCaffrey, your tight end is the fourth option. I'm not saying he's a bad option. I'm saying for fantasy purposes, you cannot take him up there in the top 4 or 5 at the tight end. That is not, those are points you cannot expect out of him every week. You can expect that out of him every week if you know you lost a Brandon Ayuk for 4 weeks. Yes, he's going to step in for 4 weeks and take all those catches. Or if oh my goodness, he scored 3 touchdowns because he's not scoring the Cowboys. That's a game. A game. We are talking about week after week after week after week. You can't trust him every week. You can trust that he'll get 3 catches. And yeah, he got 3 touchdowns off of how many yards did he get that game? I get what you're saying. The 1,000 yards. I'm talking per fantasy. Per fantasy. I'm not talking about the NFL. I'm not talking about what he does to help his team win. I am talking about taking this tight end, and I am talking about fantasy numbers. That's what I'm talking about. I don't have it. I ain't worried about it. My tight end gonna get me points. I ain't worried about it. I'm just saying, I keep telling y'all, and I'm like, again, I'm not calling Kittle bad. Again, I tell you, he catches everything that comes to him. I just tell you his numbers in the receptions are smaller when they have a whole healthy team. If put it this way, if San Francisco stay healthy the entire season, not one receiver or not running back, not the entire season, right? Not even Christian McCaffrey, you will see how low his numbers will be all season. But if one of those players goes down, even Christian McCaffrey at the running back position, it's because of what they do offensively with the ball targeting. He will get his numbers. It's just the order of operation that they have. He comes in last with a healthy team. It doesn't make him bad. It just makes him inconsistent for fantasy when you need them tight end points every week. I just wouldn't do George Kittle. That's all I'm saying. I know he's not just a blocking tight end, but what do they use him for? They use him for blocking mostly before he goes out. He'll hit that block before he goes out and hit the catch. He's a blocking tight end. He's gonna block first. That's what he is. And when I'm for Teddy's team, no, Teddy doesn't need him on the team. If Teddy had a stronger roster, there's no Teddy, your roster is not good. I'm sorry. If Teddy had a stronger roster and he had George Kittle, maybe I wouldn't be saying as much as I'm saying now. I think that's the issue I'm having. JJC, I agree on Kittle. He'll disappear more than he shows up. I love Teddy. Let me coach the starter. He is a dual tight end. You are absolutely right. He is a dual tight end. However, what does a dual threat quarterback do? Run. Because regardless that he's a dual threat, he's still a running quarterback, right? He's a dual threat tight end because he can block and he can catch. But what comes first? The blocking comes first, period. And when that is the one that comes first, I get that you're a dual threat, but what comes first is what the team uses more first of. Again, unless the team gets depleted somewhere offensively, he is literally one of their, and I don't want to say he's their last option, because again, if George Kittle get open down the field before one of them, they're going to throw the ball to Kittle. But what I'm telling you is he's not getting 8 catches a game like one of these receivers will get unless one of these receivers goes down. His catches are going to be within the 3 to 4 range. Now, if he does something with that, that's different. I'm just saying I'm not banking on those from a tight end every week because it's not consistent every week. Not with somebody like him. It's not like he's Travis Kelce, because Travis Kelce don't block, do he? No, you can't call Travis Kelce to do it to the tight end. No, but you know what you can do with Travis Kelce? You can take him early in fantasy. Why? Because he's going to get you 7, 8 catches a game. That's why. He's going to get you receiving, targeting numbers a game. Now he does show up. Yeah, Vaughn, he does show up. Like, I don't think it's a disappearing thing. Again, I said, when the ball is thrown to him, he will catch the ball. I don't know George Kittle to drop passes, is what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? However, what I do know is with a full roster, his passes are limited. And I don't need a passing limited tight end with a roster like Teddy, is what I'm saying. Yeah, see, that's why you have Kelly. He's a catcher. Exactly. No, I know Dave just giving me hell because he loves his team, and I come at one player, Dave ready to come back. That's what I love about my family. It's never anything personal. It's all football, people. All football, all the time. All right, let's get back to these teams. You got Aaron Rodgers as another quarterback, which is fine. Teddy, you got you got a whole roster spot taken up because of Zach Wilson, the mascot. Algier, Khalil Herbert, Jalen Polk, Zach Ertz, Cade Otton. You got Jake Moody, and you got Philly's defense. Oh, Teddy. You know, the roster you showed me before this one was so much better. Teddy, I'm sorry, bro. I got to give this a D. This roster is a D. You don't have enough. I mean, your strongest player is Garrett Wilson. That's your strongest player. You got to understand, Joe Mixon is still sharing the backfield with Damian Pierce. I don't like Damian Pierce, but with a shared backfield, Damian Pierce is gonna be he might be a little nice. Not nice enough to take that move. No, that's not what I'm saying, but nice enough to take away from Joe Mixon. You got Christian Watson, who I've never been high on ever, because he'll play and then he'll get hurt. Like he doesn't, to me, he just doesn't stay on the field long enough. You don't have a strong roster, dude. Like this is pretty beat up. And one thing, coach is gonna be honest. He's gonna be honest and tell you the cutthroat way. But yeah, this is a D, Teddy. This roster is a D. Your running backs are Joe Mixon, Tyler Algier, and Khalil Herbert. You have no running backs. You got 3 quarterbacks. Woo! Whenever y'all play Teddy, man, just take it easy. If you can, take a roster, like take somebody out and go like one. It's cold-blooded. Don't do that. Nah. Hey, this is a bad roster, Teddy. You're not winning. I'm sorry. Who you like tomorrow? Kansas City or Ravens? Oh, you have to wait. That's gonna be our next segment. You're gonna have to wait for that one. Actually, I'll give you a little cheap. I like the Ravens. I like the Ravens in that game. All right. So after Teddy's failed draft, let's move on. It's command time. Who is this, Mark? Hey, Mark. We got your roster up. Let's go. You got Jaden Daniels, of course. You got. See, it's like when y'all don't listen to me. Sometimes I feel like it's a slap in the face. Like I feel like y'all be slapping coach in the face. Why do y'all have Kamara on your team? There was nobody else. And I can look at the rest of your roster and I can be okay with it. I am not okay with you having Alvin Kamara. Because here's why. By week 3, he's going to be on your bench. By week 3, you start him all season if you want to and guesstimate how many games you're going to have good with him or not. But again, and I liked him with Derek Carr. Like I liked him with, and I said that last year. I liked him with Derek Carr. Like I like him with, it's just certain quarterbacks are good with certain running backs. But there's a lot more going on in New Orleans that people aren't paying attention to. Again, going to say it for the third season in a row that he's been there. Dennis Allen is a bad coach. It's going to rear its ugly head this year. And he's going to get a lot of attitude from players, i.e. one Kamara. Kamara didn't get paid. He doesn't deserve to get paid. But he didn't get paid. He's not going to have a happy season. That's going to show in his numbers. I'm sorry. You got Stephon Diggs. I'm okay with it. I did say I'm being a little big on Stephon this year because he won't be playing in the cold. You got Brian Thomas. I like that pick. You got Sam Laporta. Great pick. Aaron Jones. I'm not sure. You know they have a quarterback, right? Tell me potentially what you plan on Aaron Jones doing with your team in the flex. They don't have a team, bro. I know he's going to get a lot of dump offs from Sam Darnold. I get that. What do you expect him to do with those dump offs? He didn't do it anytime he was a starting receiver. Only time he ever looked good is when Dalvin Cook was out. That's the only time he ever looked good. When he became a starter, he was bad. Could it be changed with a different team? Yeah, it could. This team don't have nothing for him, though. You see my point? Nothing. I mean, not Aaron Jones. I'm thinking of somebody totally different. But no, with Aaron Jones, I'm sorry. Hell no. Aaron Jones, no. Mr. Can't stay healthy. Oh, man, you almost had me talking. You almost, that's why my voice was not talking to Alexander Madison. No, Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, Mr. Bad Knees. So you want 5 weeks out of the season to look good while he sit on your bench for the rest because he can't stay healthy. You good luck. Good luck with that one. No, I'm like, and then he don't have a quarterback. He got Sam Darnold. No, that was not a good pick. Russell Wilson, you're gonna struggle at quarterback. Unless Jaden Daniels becomes the superstar you hope for him to be with 7 wins on the season, because they're not winning like 8-9 games. Not with a record. It's not gonna happen. They don't have enough offensively for that to happen. More defensively. 7 games, 8 games maybe, if he's that great. But if he's good, 5-6 games. And that's not good for fantasy. Antonio Gibson. I like it. Tyler Boyd. I don't know about it because, I think the Saints and the Titans are just in a mess right now as a whole organization. Both sides are just. When your coach leaves because the new owner or whoever took over, ownership or vice president, whoever took over and made changes and you disagreed, right, as the coach, and they said whatever they said to you to make you look them in the face and say, okay, well, I'm done, and you quit. Nah, bro, I have no faith in the organization. There's no way you let Mike Vrabel just quit like that. He's a great coach, and he quit. That tells me a lot about that organization. You got De'Ami Brown. I like it. Nice little, you might be able to use him to flex if you move Aaron Jones out of that position. Adam Thielen's not doing anything this year. That little hype was last year. He'll give you a few games, but it's not going to go anywhere. And Pat Fairmouth. Oh, dude, I hate your name. Mark. Mark, I'll give you a C. I do like Jaden Daniels. I just don't know potentially what he'll do for the year. I do like Kyron Williams, the punt returner. I like Stephon. I like Brian Thomas. I like Sam Laporta. I like Antonio Gibson. I like Younghoe Koo. And you do have Tennessee defense. Yeah, C. You got a C. I'll give you a C. You had a good draft strategy for what it looks like. That's it. The only reason I'm worried about Tyler Boyd is just because I'm worried about the Titans. I'm not worried about him or his style of play. I think he's a great receiver. I'm worried about the Titans as a whole and what they're actually going to do this year. With the way the coach quit, with the way the organization is being ran, that's where my worry comes in. But I'll give you a C. All right, next team. You're done, son. So I gave Tomo a little heat early. I told him the team looked like it was all over the place. I wonder if he made some changes though. Yeah, I think he made some. No, the same team. All right, so Tomo, we got Lamar Jackson at quarterback, great pick. Devin Singletary at running back. I'm not sure if you were chasing the player or the check. I'm not sure about that one. Devon A-Chain. I like it. I like it. If you can make. Oh no. You got two on the bench. Nope. Okay. You got Debo Samuels. You got CD Lamb. Great. How you pull that off? You know what I mean? I wonder if you got a trade, but that's great. You got Jake Ferguson. Good. You got Jackson Smith and Nigba who's taking over the wide receiver role over there. That's another great pickup. You got Justin Fields. You must know something we don't, because I'm not going to say I don't like it. I don't like the Russell Wilson pick, and somehow I like this one. Trey Benson, great job. Gus Edwards, So I say F because I feel like Gus is only going to be good within the red zone. If he's the red zone monster, you're great. If not, then you're just like getting 18. You're just getting 18 yards, which is good for you as it pertains to maybe he'll have 6 carries, so at least he'll get points, half a point per carry. Now that we added that to the scoring, but I'm worried about Gussie with that offense. Gabe Davis, I'm worried about Gabe Davis. I just think he's injury prone. Jerry Jeudy with the Browns. That's where I'm at, that's where I say I'm worried. You have players that I worry about because I am worried about them, not the team. So you have Devon A-Chain that I'm worried about because the minute they work him like a workhorse, he's going to get hurt. You have Gus Edwards I'm worried about because, again, I'm worried about his yardage usage and if he's going to be like if they're on the opposite 35, right? Are they going to give it to Gus Edwards to run the ball, or are they going to pass? That's what I'm worried about. Gabe Davis he's injury prone. Jerry Jeudy shows up and he doesn't. That's and Taysom Hill, we got to stop chasing that. Justin Tucker, I'm okay with. Cowboys defense, I'm not okay with. Here's why I'm not okay with. You already got 2 Cowboys. You got Jake. You got CD. You don't need that Cowboy defense. That's too many Cowboys. Too many. Okay? Calm down. But after looking at this roster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I give it a B plus. Give your done son a grade of a B plus. There's only a few little spots I'm worried about. Like I said, Devin Singletary. Again, I don't know if you're chasing the check or the player. There's nothing about the player to chase. I don't like Gussie a little. And I don't like Gabe and Jeudy and Taysom Hill. But other than that, great roster. Really great roster. You'll be able to make enough waiver wire moves if any of those other ones just don't pan out the way you want it to. But I give it a B plus. Stat stuffers, Javon. All right, Vaughn, my man. Let's see what we working with. We got Joe Burrow at quarterback. We got James Conner at running back. You should be very worried about that pick because Trey Benson. Very, very sorry. But what I do know about James Conner is he's good. that somebody comes along and takes his job. This happens. It happened to him in Pittsburgh twice, and it's going to happen here in Arizona. Josh Jacobs. There's the camera. You listen to Coach. Thank you, Vaughn. You opened your ears and you let Coach's words flood your head. I really appreciate that. Because Jordan Love is going to do something with Josh Jacobs that you were going to. Enjoy that, running back. Let's see. I got Dave Davis in the trade. Okay, so you made some trades. I thought so. C's get degrees. You're right. You're right, Mark. And again, I said C plus, right? That still gets you. That's again, we're not trying to go undefeated, right? The right grade helps you understand what moves you need to make on your roster as the season progresses. You see what I'm saying? The grade is not to hinder you. I gave you a D, Teddy, so you could go try to make some changes. That's what the D is for, okay? Not because you made some mistakes that you need to go fix. That's what it's for. But these grades help you understand what you did in the draft and what your team looks like progressively throughout the season. So yeah, C's do get degrees. And C plus can have y'all dealing with Mark in the playoffs. I'm dead serious. I got Gabe Davis in the trade. Okay, so you did make trades. Giants will use him to prove a point. That was my thinking. And you are absolutely right. The point is Saquon is soft. I know exactly where you're going. Okay, I know exactly where you're going with this. I hope it works. Yeah, I gave you a B plus. He is one of the ones, and because again, me and Tomo, we both call AJ Brown a tight end. We know what we see. We know what we're watching football. There's rarely any times me and Tomo disagree with each other on stuff because we just see what we see. Now, I will backtrack. Again, last year, no, he was not a tight end. He literally went out there and went at people. He went at double coverages and he caught the ball. But again, prior to that, that's not what AJ Brown was doing. He was getting open like a tight end. I don't know what you want me to say. I know what I watch on football. He was catching everything, and I wasn't making excuses for him. I'm just expressing what I saw. And then I saw something different the next season. He went at his quarterback. He had his 2 words to say. Next thing you know, Bodie was reckoning 100-something yards every week. Okay? He went out there and said, I am a number one. You know who went out there and said that? And now he can't play football? Chase Claypool. He's not a number one. He's not a top 3. He's at the bottom 200 and something. My start is strong. My bench going to be waiver wire. Let's go back and look. So we have Josh Jacobs. We got Tyreek Hill. Jeez Louise. What? How did you? Woo! And you got Rashee Rice. You got Cole Kmet. Good job. I knew he was going to try to. Everybody takes their guy. George Pickens is his guy. But you know what Vaughn did? He stayed true. He only had no, you didn't. Vaughn. No! Oh, you had me going with you till I look down. Why you not coming to Pittsburgh, man? Let Chris Boswell go. Go find somebody else. Go get somebody else. You don't need Boswell. And you don't need Pittsburgh defense. Go find somebody else to play with. Stop it. Y'all got God, Jesus Christ. Your team is written with Steelers. No. All right, you got Trevor Lawrence as your other quarterback. Good job. You got Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, 2 high-paid quarterbacks, so they better ball, but they will. You got Ty Chandler at running back. Yeah, you are. You got some waiver wires. You got Ray Davis. You got some Jalen Warren. You got DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams. Woo! Your starters are strong as hell, and yeah, your bench drops off really bad. Like they're not even people who should even be on your team. It's very top heavy though. Here's the problem with your top heavy. You got one weak link in James Conner. The minute any one of your players goes out, whether it's Tyreek, Rasheed, or Josh, you do not have a replacement yet. I'm going to give you a C minus. Very top heavy, but your bench drops off so bad. And again, it's a C minus because, again, right now, without fixes, right? If any one of your top heavy players drops, that falls to injury, your roster as a whole is finished. It's finished. It's because of just you got some. Absolutely, some of them other guys I went over. Hey, try to make some trades with Teddy. He's got some bench players that can make your team strong, and you've got somebody. Give Teddy James Conner. He ain't got no running backs. Trade James Conner to Teddy, and you take. You at Milf Hunters. He needs a running back. All he got is Joe Mixon. You take and he ain't got no receivers, bro. You can't even get a receiver from Teddy. Dude, I'm sorry. You can't get a receiver from Teddy. And he ain't giving up George. He ain't giving up Wilson. He ain't giving up the ball. He might give you Christian Watson, but I don't even want you to take Christian Watson. That ain't enough to help your bench. You might have to go. You gonna have to go receiver scouting on some of these rosters, bro. Connor is a good trade bait, though. He's a good trade bait. You're gonna have to figure something out because your roster drops off pretty bad. It's strong. Like if every week that's who they got to face as your starter, you fine. I swear to God. But anytime bye weeks or any injuries happen, yeah, you gonna get you tossed to the wolves. You about to be junk food because your bench is pretty raw. I'm keeping my defensive. Sorry, kicker may have to. Okay, you keep the defense. That's fine. I agree. I keep the defense. Kicker, yeah. Let Chris Boswell. Let me be quite honest with you. He really ain't been. He hasn't been the Chris Boswell we've known. Now, here's what I will tell you. Get a couple good weeks out of him kicking real good. Go back. That's fine. But I don't want you to start with so many Steelers right now. And then half your team that played, and you have to get your ass whooped because this dude's got 6 other players that's got to play because half your team was the Steelers. Yeah, let that kicker go. Waiver wire king coach. Yeah, I know. I feel you, and you're gonna have to be. And I know what you're doing. Again, a C minus right now is just because the way your roster looks, right? I know exactly what he's gonna do. People gonna get hurt. That first week, second week, and he's gonna be right there, picking off everybody because everybody else's roster can't hold what he's able to drop and take. Again, a draft grade does not determine your season. Draft grade is draft grade. That's it. That's how you draft it. What determines your season is what you do with that draft grade and how you fix your roster. That's exactly what to do. The fact that he told me that where is it? Is that check my roster? Check. What did I say? By week 1, he plucking. By week 2, he plucking. He just sat here and said, check my roster by week 3. Exactly. We both know out of 32 teams, it's a lot of injuries that's about to happen. And with everybody else having balanced roster, you can't drop what you have to go pick up somebody because your person didn't get hurt. You see what I'm saying? Somebody else got hurt. That Bond can go grab the person, replace it. He knows exactly what he's doing. Again, a draft roster is the draft. What you did in the draft. Okay, he went top heavy in the draft. That left him nothing at the back end. That's fine. Like he just said, waiver wire. What does the coach always talk about? Hit that waiver wire. Know your people. No. He gonna hit me up in the paint. Coach, I got 3 picks. Who should I pick up? I already know one. C minus, hand him the trophy. Only trophy that being one of the D's. I'm sorry, Teddy, you got a D, bro. There is nothing in that roster that's winning. Nothing. You got a lot of moves you need to make, and none of them can pertain to the wire right now. You got to make trades, bro. You need a running back. You need some bench players. I think you need another quarterback too. You need a lot, bro. You need a lot. You got to beat Teddy. I can't go back to Teddy, man. But then somebody's rosters can help him. All right, so C- for stat stuffers. All right, literal Kev Call. MVP Hurts. He's just taking the win now, right? Not with Tony Pollard. Anyway, you got Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Great quote, great pick. Brian Robinson, I do like that pick. He's going to be the number one running back there. And if you picked him up based off coaches' rules of running backs, great job. And if that's why you got Tony Pollard, maybe. But you got Jamar Chase. You got Devontae Smith. And if we think, Kev, the way we think, I think Devontae Smith will have a big year versus A.J. Brown having a big year. A.J. Brown had a big year last year. Can it happen again? Yes. But if Kev is thinking the way I'm thinking, which is why he has the receiver, we're thinking that it's Devontae's year to shine this year. Hopefully it shows that way. Dalton Kincaid, I love. Jaden Reed, you know I love that pick. Woo! If you are a Jaden Reed owner, you have a special place in Coach's heart. Tua Tagovailoa. He got paid, I guess. I don't like Tua. You all know I don't like Tua. I don't care about Tua. I don't care. I really don't know what everybody's raving about because the minute he get hit, remember, he ain't even hit now. He's getting rid of the ball. Why do you think Jalen Waddle can't go off like he could last year? Because you got to throw that ball to Tyreek Hill. You got to dump it down the barriers from the running back. He can't get hit. I don't need nothing that fragile on my team. Y'all have fun. I want to see how many times Tua starts over Patrick. I tell you that much. You probably won't see Tua play until the bye week of Patrick Mahomes, which is when is your bye week, Pat? Bye week is week 6. Week 6, who do you play, Tua? Oh, bye week is week 6. So you got 2 bye week 6 running backs. So you're going to have to grab another quarterback now because both your quarterbacks got a bye week in week 6, Kev. Bad move. We talked about this. Make sure your players are not stuck in the same bye week. It's going to eat you alive. You have time to make a change, i.e., drop Tua and pick up somebody else. You're not even playing, bro. You're not even going to play Tua, really? You're not. You really going to take Tua. You're going to find a week that says Tua's going to have a better matchup than Patrick Mahomes. Mind you, I did change the stats, right, for a quarterback. So, again, where Patrick Mahomes throws 300-something yards and Tua doesn't. You playing Patrick? You playing Tua or Pat? You know. Chase Brown, good pick. Josh Downs, great pick. Wan'Dale Robinson, Isaiah Likely, you're smart. You know what you're doing. You know Andrews is going to get hurt. You know Isaiah Likely is going to take over that role. Great job. Kyrie Santos, I'm worried about the kicker for the Chicago Bears if the Bears are not chain movers with their new quarterback, meaning this kicker can't get in field goal range. However, I'll have the Bears win a lot of games. Doesn't mean they can't score points. If they are in field goal range and they can't score a touchdown, great pick because you're smart, Kev. He will be, as long as he is in field goal range, he is getting you kicking points, like no joke. You got 2 defenses, Seattle and New York. Let's Seattle go. Keep New York. Tony Pollard, who I don't like. Wan'Dale Robinson, who I am about. And Tua Tagovailoa, who I don't care about. I give Kev his strong team, bro. Jets, Santos, Likely, Josh Downs. He ain't gonna trade with nobody, I can tell you that. Good luck. Good luck trying to trade with you better have something special for him. Chase Brown, Jalen Reed, Kincaid, Smith, Chase, Mahomes, Robinson. I'm giving Kevin A. He has a very smart roster. He has a very well planned out roster. You are going to have to cough up a kidney if you plan on making a trade, because any trade that Kev makes this year will make his team even better. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You can take Josh Downs from him. You can give him something for Josh Downs. You understand what I'm saying? You can take Waddell. You can take Waddell Robinson from him. Give him something for that. It doesn't matter what you do. You trade with Kev, his roster gets better. Does your roster get better? Absolutely. But his roster gets better. Kev got he has a strong roster. I'm telling you. He has a strong roster. All right. Hey, Kev. He was right. He told me in the chat, don't count the chickens for the half, coach. Now, I did say Dave and Vaughn has strong rosters. Like, again, Kev, I still think your roster will lose to Vaughn if it went straight up like this. You don't have, with Tony Pollard being your weak link in your starting role, in your starting roster, Vaughn's starting roster is still strong, top heavy. Again, his only issue with his roster is if a top heavy player is out, he's done. You can lose somebody and still have a strong season. You see what I'm saying? But his roster, his top heavy starter, it's scary. It's going to be something to deal with. However, his grade is a C minus. Yours is an A. Your draft strategy was immaculate, bro. It was a great job. You had a great draft. All right. Because Stone Cold said so. Devin. My dog, of course. Ah! All right. I knew it without even knowing. That's why I like quarterback Josh Allen. All right. Jerome Ford as a running back. Jahmyr Gibbs as a running back. Good job. Terry McLaurin and Jalen Waddle as receivers. Dalton Schultz as a tight end. Nice. I like that. Austin Eckler as a flex. He still has something. Garner Minshew as a backup, or you pretty much just took what was last. Zach Cabernet, hopefully he's potentially good this year. Like, I really like to would have seen more out of him last year. Hopefully he actually takes over the way you want him to this year. But I like that pickup. Jordan Addison, I'm not big on Addison because I'm not big on Minnesota this year. Keon Coleman. Hopefully it's more noise than noise. You get me. Jahan Dotson, great pickup. Romeo Dobbs, great pickup. Romeo Dobbs will be your only issue. He's great when he's on the field, but he does get hurt. He's going to be your only issue, but it looks like you have enough at the receiving core, to kind of to supplement that. You got the Bengals defense behind that. And you have Kyrie Fairbairn as your kicker. Here's where that's actually not good. If Houston is what I think they'll be, they're going to score more touchdowns than they would just be getting field goals. So they're going to get more extra points than they will field goals. So you may want to think about switching your kicker out for someone to a team that will struggle getting in the end zone, but potentially will have success in field goal range. That's what you want to look for in your kicker. Let's see. Who am I worried about? Really just Jordan Addison, Zach Cabernet, and Garner Minshew. That's really it. I'll give it an A. I give it another A. No A minus. I give it an A. You have a really strong roster as well. It's gonna be R2L is gonna be tough. Now here's the thing about the toughness of R2L. Any one of y'all lose a player, hey, it will get ugly for you for a while because this is a 14-team league, and the minute somebody's hurt, somebody's on a wire ready to pick off. It's just gonna be that. Same with us in Fire Pit. The minute somebody gets hurt, somebody's getting picked. Like it's just You got to pray for no injuries. You got to draft well and pray for no injuries. That's all you can really do. But I give this another A roster. Good job, Devin. Good job. And what pushes him over? Yeah, Josh Allen. All right. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's go, Dave. We are starting with Brock Purdy at quarterback. Everybody took their guy. I love these dudes, man. Everybody, look, he's a fan. He's a 49er dude. What did he do? He got Brock Purdy and he got IU. Yeah. Let me shoot. Sorry. Coaching the bleeper. We got Brock Purdy. We got Raheem Mostert. I am worried about Raheem Mostert just because he has to share the backfield with A-Chain. And if they have a third running back there, we all know how that works in Miami. So that's my only worry with Raheem Mostert. He's older. A-Chain is younger. He's going to share the backfield. Barkley. I like the pick with Barkley. Here's what I don't like about Barkley. I think he's soft. But what do I like about him? He still plays. What I mean by soft is his body just gets hurt. He gets hurt. I'm not saying he's a soft person. I'm just saying that Saquon Barkley, he gets banged up. It could be the way he runs. It could be the style of the way he does things. I'm not quite sure. He gets hurt. However, he went to a fully loaded Philadelphia team. And if Dave picked up Saquon based off the new rules, it was very smart. Because now he has Saquon who will catch in the passing game, but he will get those half a points in the run game. He's going to share the backfield, but he's still the number one. The only thing I don't like about Saquon is if he gets hurt, he's going to be out for like 4 or 6 weeks. That's my worry. Other than that, good job. Keenan Allen, yeah, both Bears. Yeah, both Bear receivers. I'm worried about that. One will be fine. It didn't matter which one, but both of them, hopefully you're trading that. You know who can use that trade? Teddy. Teddy can use the receiver. Because you can use something Teddy got. I promise you can. Teddy is running back. Jesus Christ. Teddy, bro, I don't think you're going to get no trades, man. Your roster's horrible. Anything you have, I don't think nobody wants. It's bad. You got Brandon out. You ain't got to play both more now. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Dave. I see what you're doing. You have them, so why not play? I get it. I just wouldn't have them both, but I get it. Travis Kelce, smart, Dak Prescott. That potentially gives you 2 4,000-yard passing quarterbacks. So good job there. J.K. Dobbins. Okay, so here's funny. I talked about Gus Edwards and how I'm not sure what his value will be outside of the red zone. And now I know he won't be any value outside of the red zone because I got J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is going to eat everywhere, so good pickup there. Xavier Legette, I like it. I'm not big on the Panthers, but I like the fact that they got Bryce Young, the receiver. So good pickup there. And my dude, you get the same facials. You get, come into you, right. Thank you, Dave. You listen to Coach. I really appreciate that. Bruh, Darryl Mooney. People don't see it. Look, he went from being the number one receiver in his rightful way in Chicago with no quarterback. Now he has the same number one potential running regime. There's nothing about him and what he does stop. He didn't have a quarterback in Chicago. People need to pay attention. Now he's the fourth option with the same ability in Atlanta. Think about this. As the number one receiver in Chicago, he was only getting 5 catches a game. Quarterback sucked. Now, the fourth option, guess how many catches he's going to get a game? Guess how many receiving yards he's going to have with those 5 catches? 75. And with those receiving yards of 75 and 5 catches, guess how many touchdowns he's going to have? between 1 and 2. See, my tight end would only have 1 or none. However, my tight end will have 6 to 7 catches for 80 yards. I only need my tight end to get 11, 12 points. I don't need 18 points out of tight end. I can't go top heavy like that. I have to balance my roster. You see what I'm saying? But I also have Kate Otten, because if Kate Otten is playing better than oh boy in Atlanta, it's not that Atlanta's playing bad. It's just that I got 2 tight ends who can get really good points. That's all. I got options. But you're smart, because I also have Darren Mooney. Why? Because those same 5 catches he was getting as the number 1, he's going to tear apart single coverage. Good job, Dave. I took that before I took Purdy. Well, obviously, because I'm sure they had Purdy ranked lower. I agree with that. I'm reading from starters all the way down. But I'm assuming you took that before you took Purdy. Teddy don't want to do business. Teddy, Teddy can get me killed. Teddy, you got to make some moves, Teddy. You got to do something, bro. But Dave, good job on Mooney. I like that. And then you got Brock Bowers. Probably paid attention to that. Good job. Depending on how tight. I still like the pick. And I'm assuming you got him very late. So that's your second tight end, so that's really smart. And then you got Ricky Parcell. I know you got man, I know that hurt, man. You supposed to have him out here eating, man. He was supposed to come out here and eat, bro. He was supposed to, man. And they got a Josh Allen special on Good Morning Football. We're gonna pause that because I want to see what they say about Josh. I think they have a good year there. He's overrated, yes. There's a lot of things wrong with him, yes. But it's fantasy football, and he's going for a Super Bowl this year. And is he going to win? I don't know, but I think I believe he's going to ball out better than he ever has. That's why I picked him up. Anyway, hopefully it's Ricky Alford. I know he got shot, so hopefully he'll be good when you come back. Dang, man, dang. I know that sucked, Dave. I know that sucked. You had you a secret weapon ready to unload, and some fool out here trying to rob this rookie. And I'm glad he had a piece on him and took care of business. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I'm not condoning gun usage, right? But he was shot in the chest. You understand what I'm telling you? What is he supposed to do? No, stop. Leave me alone. No, he pulled his out, probably pistol whipped him first, and then pop. I'm sorry. He got shot in the chest. What was he supposed to do? Certain things just, y'all wanted to turn this into the Wild Wild West. Here we go. Yeehaw. All right, Dave. Looking at your roster, I have very slight worries. It's really the only worry I have is Raheem Mostert. You have the Browns and Houston's defense. Let Houston's defense go. Keep the Browns. That Browns defense is top 3. Keep the Browns. Let the Texans go. Texans are going to get scored on, especially in the first 4 weeks of the season. I think the Browns actually will come out with a tougher defense this year. To start at least. And you got Cameron Dicker as your kicker. If you can find somebody else than Dicker, get her. But if not, you're going to get Dicker with kicker. Oh, your kicker's going to be Dicker. You know what? Keep Dicker. Keep it. If the Chargers offense moves the way I think they'll move, keep it. All right. So with that being said, I am giving Dave's roster. So far, he might have the highest roster, but I'm giving it an A+. It's ultimately an A+. I mean, again, my only worry is Raheem Mostert, and it's literally only just because he's sharing the backfield. That he doesn't have too many weak links on this roster. Him. So yeah. It's very well spread out. He's got a lot of key players. And he's another roster. If you make a trade with Dave, this roster gets stronger. Sorry. doesn't matter what you do, something on his roster you're gonna want, and you're gonna have to cough up something for him. Doesn't matter what he gives you. His roster will get stronger with any trade that he receives. That's an A+. So it looks like Kev and Dave have the best draft rosters so far because those are the only two ones that I've given A's to. What did I give you, Devin? Did I give you an A or did I give you a? I think I gave Devin an A too. Let me go back and look at Devin. Three strongest rosters. Yep. Yeah, this is an A because his was an A. His was just an A. So you got an A+, A, and Kev's was an A. So you got two A's and an A+. Okay. All right, cool. Good job, Dave. All right, we got 4 teams left. Redeem team. Howie Roseman. We got Jalen Hurts, Najee Harris, Isaiah Pacheco, Justin Jefferson. You went for a lot of names. Woo! Ooh. Kyle Pitts, Roman Dooms, Geno Smith, Henry Gainwell, Eric Gay, Eric Gray, Josh Palmer, Noah Fant, Evan McPherson, Baltimore Ravens. Hopefully you hit the waiver wires. But you're going to have to do more trades. Your roster is a trade roster. Like, you don't really have much to fight with. I'm gonna give this one. It's the potential's there. Like there's potential between Najee, Isaiah, Malik, and Justin. I just don't have high hopes or. Like put it this way: if any one of them don't pan out the way you want, what's replacing it? Who's replacing Najee Harris? Who's replacing Isaiah Pacheco? Who's replacing Justin Jefferson? Who's replacing Malik Neighbors? Scott Palmer? David Gainwell? Zeke? Rough. If Jalen Hurts went down, you got to rely on Geno Smith. Well, the grade is a grade, and this one falls to a C-. This drops to a C-. You got work to do. You got moves you got to make this roster better. Because any drop off, bro, you're done. It's not even top heavy. It's one team better than Teddy. Your team is better than Teddy's. That's where I'll go with that one. All right. In Dak, we trust. Ricardo. We got Jordan Love. We got Travis Etienne. We got Kenneth Walker. We've got Tank Dell. Good job. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Good job. We got Evan Ingram. Great job. We got Tyler Lockett. Good job. Matthew Stafford. Great. Chuba Hubbard. He's been in the league long enough to do something that he hasn't yet. That's my worry. So he's my Jacoby Myers. Gardner Minshew can do the job, I guess. Like, it works for you if Gardner Minshew works out. It doesn't work for you if Gardner Minshew is trash. Jalen Tolbert. I think he reached a little bit there. Dallas Goedert, another reach. Tyler Bass, good job. Okay, Atlanta Falcons defense versus the Chiefs defense. Cut the Chiefs defense. Keep Atlanta's defense. I actually think Atlanta's defense is going to be a lot better this year. Defensively, they're going to get good stops. They're going to get turnovers. It's going to be exciting to watch Atlanta. Y'all got to watch. So I'd keep Atlanta and let the Chiefs go. Here's the thing. I talk about Travis Etienne a lot, but one thing I do say is what? He is best friends with Trevor Lawrence. So what does that mean? Does it matter that he is only a 50-yard runner a game? Running back, there's one thing he gets every single game. What is that? 2 touchdowns a game. So you have to take that due to the fact that he scores for Jacksonville. I'm not high on him. I wouldn't take him, but I'm not going to downgrade because I know what he actually does on the field, and he scores touchdowns, period. He doesn't get a lot of yards. He scores touchdowns. Homie gets him in the end zone. Chuba Hubbard, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Tolbert, Kenneth Walker. Oh, excuse me. A little worried about those. I give your roster a B-. There's work that can be done, but this is a roster that actually can sustain itself if the players currently actually can get their points allotted to them based off what they already have. Like, for instance, if Gardner Mitchell's good with Jacoby Myers, it'll work. If Chuba Hubbard can run the ball with Bryce Young getting a new receiver, that works. It's just if it doesn't, you have no backups, basically. But you have a roster enough to make trades. You can make moves. You can make drops, wire moves. So you have a movable roster. Like it doesn't seem stagnant like the other two. So yeah, I'd give you a B-. It's a little bit above a C because I do like Amon-Ra, Tank Dell, Evan Ingram, Tyler Lockett, Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, Tyler Bass, and Atlanta's defense. So B- for In Dak We Trust. Mays Corner. Anthony, what we got? All right, we're starting off with the overpaid Jared Goff. It's fine. 13 interceptions on the season is what I see. Derrick Henry, very strong. I don't know if anybody sees it. I don't know if anybody cares to see it. Derrick Henry is not washed. Derrick Henry is one of the few strong running backs left. He went to the heaviest running team out there. Oh, buddy is about to in Baltimore. It's going to be so good that 3,600 something yards that Lamar Jackson threw. He might go back down to 28, 27 because of how much they're going to run the football. Like Derrick Henry is going to eat on the ground, guys. I promise you. So good pickup there. Ramondre Stevenson, we all know how I feel about that one. I like Gabe Gibson a lot better. I'm not big on Amari Cooper, he got a nice little bonus in pay because they like him. So hopefully he does something with his quarterback this year. I like Cooper Kupp. I like Mark Andrews. However, be careful. He will get hurt. Jameson Williams. Hopefully he plays better than he did last year. I know he had this little struggle getting on the field. And we got on the field, he wasn't really the Williamson we were looking for. So hopefully they get that out of him this year. Deshaun Watson. It's a good pickup if it turns out to be Deshaun Watson that got all paid all that money. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the dumbest pick you could have put on your team. He has no legs. He cannot run the ball on the 1-yard line. Why is he on your team? Because you probably have probably your first year dealing with coaching. That's okay. That is okay. We're going to take you back, way back into time. You remember when he got drafted? Do you remember when he was drafted the 32nd pick in the first round? Do you remember when he played in week 1? Do you remember what happened? They gave the ball to him 4 times on the goal line. You know what happened on that goal line? He did 1. And I said, uh-oh. Chiefs in trouble. And what happened that year? Chiefs didn't go anywhere. They lost in the playoffs because they didn't have a running back. Ding. So he is not good. Sky Moore, There's nothing about Sky Moore that says he's in the sky catching the ball. Not sure about his other team. Donnie Mitchell, good pick. Hunter Henry, we'll have to see what he does with Drake May. But he's a little bit of a worry. Kicker, Harrison Buckner. He probably had to jump for that one. Defense, San Francisco and Detroit. Go with San Francisco, drop Detroit. San Francisco for the first 5 games would not let a team get past something like that. It's crazy. So I would drop Detroit and stay with San Francisco. All in all, I give it a C. It's a C roster. Not too much I like. I don't like Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not big on Amari Cooper, but I am. You know, if he can shine like him and Watson, if they actually go out there and ball this year, it's great for you. Draft wise, I wouldn't have. Just because their unknown variables are just too heavy. I'm a worry about Mark Andrews because he stays hurt, and they got somebody else on another team has Isaiah Likely. So when you lose him, your Hunter Henry is your backup. Yeah, I give it a C. I give it an average of a C. And last but not least, we have Oreo McMurray. Trent. Kyler Murray. Christian McCaffrey. Rashad White. Drake London. Marvin Harrison Jr. Juwan. Why? In the millions of pages that come in the Bible, would you pick up the worst tight end that has ever stepped foot in the history of football? He is garbage. He's so trash. His wife follows suit with the way she plays this stuck-up, snooty, I take all my man. I'm not even trying to get in all that. Bro, bro. You got a lot of problems on your roster with Juwan Johnson. There's got to be somebody else you can find. Is Jadeveon Clowney available? It's better than Juwan Johnson, bro. Like that's a no. That's a big no. Michael Pittman, Baker Mayfield, Blake Corum, Rico Dowell, Javonte Williams, Chris Godwin, TJ Hawkinson, Brandon Arbery, and Tampa Bay as a defense. So, this roster has a grade of a B+. Why? I like Baker Mayfield. I don't like Kyler Murray every week. If the defense is tough, he's not that good. He's actually only really good, 8-9 weeks out of the year. Christian McCaffrey is on the Madden cover, and he is starting the week off with an injury. Don't like that. Juwan Johnson is complete trash. Rico Dowell is small. Javonte Williams might be okay. So I give this roster a B+. It's a B+ roster. It's a good roster. It's some moves. It has a little bit of worries. One trash. Got to go somewhere else with that. Do not need Juwan Johnson on your roster. It's got to be somebody else that can just sit there than that. Again, I'm not a big Kyler Murray fan, but I do know what he can do in fantasy. I've played against him many times and have lost him many times because he's grabbed you 35 points easy. So B+ is what I will give to Trent. It's a decent roster. I love the receivers that he has. I like the running backs that he has. Some of it. I think the only one I'm worried about is Rico Dowell. That's it. Really small. But I'm big on everybody else on his team. I just don't think it's strong because you got a rookie starting in Marvin Harrison Jr. And then Drake London. And then from there, your receivers fall to Chris Godwin and Michael Pittman. So not bad. Not bad. I see you got Juwan Johnson because you got TJ Hawkinson, but got listen to me. Trent, there is someone else on this roster. Matter of fact, play with y'all. Since I do have control, let's see. Let's go to players. Let us go to tight ends. Oh, ooh, look at that. Jonnu Smith. Look at that. Sig, I can't never do that dude from Titan I'm so sorry, I can never do that dude from Titans. I put you so much. Let's see what else. What else is here that you can just grab? I don't know. Mike Gesicki, Noah Gray, Michael Mayer, Kylan Grayson, Donald Parham. Dude, there's so much here outside of Jawan Johnson. I'd take Dawson Knox 3 catches. Okay? Like, please take him off your roster and just stick somebody else there. Please. Please. You don't need Jawan Johnson. I know you're waiting for TJ to come back, and that's beautiful. Somebody else there that can do that for you. You don't need him. Okay? All right, so let us get back to the chats real quick. Oh, no, I didn't. I gave Kev an A. Don't play. Kev, I gave you an A. I gave your roster an A. There's 3 A's. Kev was one, Dev was another, and Dave has the A+. No, Kev roster is a strong roster. I specifically said with Kev, I don't know if Dave being funny. I said, Kev make a trade, it's over. Somebody, if you make a trade with Kev, you just make his roster stronger. Same with Dave and same with Devin. Brees Hall was my number 1 ranked person. I got him with 8th pick. I think I got no love. No, that was right. If you got him with the 8th pick, that was great. I don't know how Brees Hall fell so low. I had him ranked as a top 3 pick. So I did give you love for your roster, Joe. Let me go back because you ain't gonna come at me, Joe. Nah. And I'm gonna tell you why I gave you no love. You got Anthony Richardson. You got a quarterback coming off of a leg injury. You got a running quarterback coming off of a leg injury. All the noise that he made when he first started was running. It really wasn't in the passing game. Mind you, Michael Pittman did look good with him. However, we got to see more of that. James Cook is great, right? Who is his quarterback? Who is his quarterback? I had him ranked higher than Josh Jacobs because I do think he'll potentially have more rushing yards at the end of the season. I don't think he had more touchdowns at the end of the season than Josh Jacobs because Josh Jacobs catches. When the Bills get in the red zone, who scores? So it's not that you had a bad pick, and I love the Brees Hall pick. That was a great pick. You have 2 strong running backs. You have Chris Olave. I told you, it's not that I understand that I had Chris Olave ranked higher, but I also have my worry. His abilities, I'm not going to drop him because his team has me worried. His abilities will have me keep him ranked higher. But I'm going to have my worries when I look at a roster and see where he falls in on that roster. Would I say I have a worry if he was on Dave's roster? Yes, because as a whole, Chris Olave worries me with what I believe the Saints are only going to do. You have Puka Nacua, you have David Njoku, which I said was a great pickup. So, though I have played, and that's why I hate the fact that I didn't get to finish my ranking show, because that does leave a bit of confusion, and that really sucks. But again, just because I have somebody ranked higher than somebody else doesn't mean not picking him makes it a bad or good pick. Again, if you would have picked Josh Jacobs over, and remember, it's where he picked Josh Jacobs. You picked Brees Hall with a high pick. It's where he most likely got Josh Jacobs. I doubt with the receivers he got. I doubt he got Josh Jacobs with the first or second round pick. He probably got Josh Jacobs in the 3rd or 4th round. You know what I'm saying? So with the value of that pick, that was a great pick. If you look at his roster, it was a great pick based off the rest of his roster. Your roster drops off after Metcalf with right. And remember, what pick did you say you had? Yeah, the ninth of the eighth. Yeah, the eighth pick. I think you said that's ugly. That eighth and ninth pick is ugly because you either have to fall by the way of the ranking or you have to jump and take. That's what I did. I had the ninth pick. I had to jump and take everybody that one. Not one person that I grabbed was by the rankings of where I had them. I couldn't because I have to fill up my roster a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Your roster drops off. Where is it? After no, it doesn't drop off because you didn't have a drop off. You have two published players. I have no idea why you have Odell Beckham on your team. I did say that to you. You have no business with Odell on your team. You have three Saints. That worries me. You have no business having three Saints. They're not going to do anything this year. You have a strong Christian Kirk. I told you I like Marquise Brown because I like where he is this year. And they have him. Well, hell, they got him out for the start of the season. So look at that. Your running backs are Zamir White and Zach Moss are your backups. If you took Chris Olave because I had him ranked higher than another receiver, that was wrong. Maybe I should say it that way. I understand I had Chris Olave ranked higher. However, his ability and what he can do, yes, I had him ranked higher. But I also say, but I don't like the Saints. Okay, put it this way, right? I had Bijan Robinson in the first round last year. I had him at number 7. And what did I tell every single person? Don't touch Bijan Robinson. That was my point. I understand I had him at that ranking. He's going to be there because think about it this way. If Atlanta wins 7 games, which they did last year, why? Because of Bijan Robinson, because of the ability of what he can do with the ball at the running back position. And he did do it. He didn't do enough of it because that team sucked last year. They didn't have a quarterback last year. It was a lot that was going wrong with them. And they pulled him most of the time. So that's what I told people. I understand I kept him. I can't drop him because he does. It's not like he's sorry or he's a trash running back. He's a great running back, but his position did not tell. His position allowed me to keep him there in the rankings, but I can't drop him in rankings based off, oh, no, don't draft him there. No, I don't want people who listen to me to draft him there. However, if you did draft him there, just know this is what you will get from it. Because I'm not dropping him because he's that good that I can't drop him. But I can't encourage you to draft him knowing what I know is going to happen. I guess that's the sucky part of having two sides of my brain because it's like I play devil's advocate at the same time of telling you the good thing. So again, yes, one person might be ranked higher, but again, always take who you want. And 2, you got to do it based off how you want to balance your roster. Okay? That's the biggest thing. All right. Oh, we got a lot of new comments. Would you take Drake London over Flowers this week? Yes. I will take Drake London over Zay Flowers this week simply because Drake London will have 7 to 8 catches and he will have over 100 yards. I think Zay Flowers on Thursday night, trying to get that first win, they're going to run the hell out that ball with Henry. And Zay Flowers will have 5 to 6 catches for like close to 100 yards. Because I still think he'll get a touchdown. I think Drake London will have 2 touchdowns. And I think Drake London will have over 100 yards. Drake London will be treated like Justin Jefferson. Simple as that. Let's see, I got Anthony Richardson in the 7th or 8th. Oh, now, that is good. If you got Anthony Richardson that low, who was your other quarterback? Okay. I think you did. Okay. It still needs some work, but I see what you did. So that's really good. that you got him that late, man. It wasn't like a top pick. So I see what you did. You it's just I really hate it because Chris Olave is good. It's not that he's a bad receiver. I do think he's good. I think Drake London was the better of them. Um, it's just like I said, the Saints as a whole, they're going to deal with some problems this year, and Chris Olave is going to be affected by those problems. It's not his ability, nothing like that. Like for instance, if Carr gets hurt, Chris Olave's numbers are going to drop. If they don't have a running game, Chris Olave's numbers are going to drop. He's going to get double teamed. Like he has a lot of questions because of everything that's wrong with the Saints right now. That's the biggest thing. The pub is trade bait. I know. And like I said, the rosters have nothing to do with your season. I mean, the draft has nothing to do with your season. The draft grades are to help you fix your roster or help you understand. Like again, with Dave with an A+, ain't nothing about his roster he need to fix. He just needs to make sure he makes the right lineup choices every week. Same with Kev, same with Devin. Y'all three are going to be hell to deal with. I'm sorry. Vaughn is fourth because he has a very top-heavy team, but that back end drops off so bad that he loses one player, it's over. His roster is completely in shambles. My bad. My draft was based on your ranking. I know it was, but again, I always tell you, take who you want to. So if you wanted Chris Olave based off my rankings, you did right. But if you saw Drake London down there and you wanted Drake London, you should have took Drake London. It's that simple. And remember, I have two types of rankings. I have a ranking where I do all position only, and then I have a ranking where I got to put them all together. And sometimes I will go back and forth. That's the thing. This ranking sucked because since that other show did not record, it didn't save. It was hard to do the rankings after that because that would have had a lot of confusion with the way I would have broken up the video. So unfortunately, I kind of just moved on from finishing the rankings. Again, you did not do bad by picking Chris Olave. Not at all. I just letting you know I have my worries. So I don't want you to worry like, oh my God, I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake, Joe. You did not make a mistake at all. I looked at everybody's roster and told them my worries. But again, I also told them that's just my worries. If it may not even come to fruition. Okay. It's just I want you to be aware of my worries if you're listening to me give you advice so you can potentially be ready to shift as soon as possible. Again, say Drake London had bad week one. Don't be mad, Joe. It's week one. You're not here to win every week. We're here to make it to the championship. You still have a championship style roster. You have to make some changes on your back end to make sure you get all the way there. That's the biggest thing. Because you don't even have bad drop-offs. You have 3 to 4 worries that I'm worried about, and Odell. The hell? I hope that one's a trade bait. you ain't getting rid of that one. That needs to be a drop, and you need to find something to supplement that. Cole Jacobs or Mostert? Jacobs. Absolutely Jacobs. He's the starting running back. Mostert is sharing the backfield. He's sharing the backfield with Devon Achane. So I'm going Josh Jacobs all the way. I love the matchup that Green Bay has as well. So yeah, I'm doing Josh Jacobs. Picked up Saints on the waiver, viable streaming option. Absolutely not. You will drop the Saints and you will go find something else. Matter of fact, tell me who else is available at defense before we move on. Please go look at your roster, or go look at the what availability there is, and come back and tell Coach what other defenses are available so we can get that hashed out. All right, so we are done with the draft grades, and we have a lot more to do. This is going to be a long show. We're already 2 hours in, baby. But the last part should be a little bit quicker. So when we come back, we will go on quick commercial break. When we come back, we have coaches' picks that we have to do. So I'm going to basically make picks for all the games coming this week. We have coach's couch, and then we have the best part. We're doing starting sits, and that is how we will end our show. So first off, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes. They gon' take a few to lose. Built the win. Applied myself. I felt it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself. I felt it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, all in the show. Let's see. You got available Vikings, Falcons, Bucks, Giants, Chargers. We're going to eliminate the Chargers. We're going to eliminate the Giants. You have Packers, Eagles, Lions, Broncos, Colts. Let me see something real quick. Oh, I'll pull it up right here. Perfect. Where you at? Roster. No, games. Playing this weekend. Mm-hmm. And we have Atlanta. Where you at, Atlanta? I'm missing games. I am missing some games on this sheet. Give me 1 second. But I would go. Nope, I don't want to do that. Give me 1 second. This one didn't have all the teams, so I'm going to pull up another roster real quick, or another schedule real quick. All right, here we go. Where is Atlanta? Because it depends on who Atlanta plays week 1. I really want to go with them. Monday night. Okay, so they play Monday night against the Eagles. Ooh, no, don't do that. Don't do Falcons. Don't do Falcons. I think Dave, you had the Falcons. Don't play the Falcons week 1. Change back to the defense you had. Don't do Falcons week 1. Do not do the Falcons in week 1. They're playing the Eagles. Eagles score. They will score 2. And I think I have the Eagles winning this game. So don't play that. Don't play Atlanta's defense this week. No. Do not do that. So for you all on the show, where you at? You got the Packers up there. Let's see who the Packers are playing. Green Bay's playing the Colts. Colts might score twice. Packers might get turnovers. All right, let's see what else is available. It's tricky week 1 now. I'm trying to get you the best team. It's tricky in week 1. Let's see here. Lions, Broncos, Colts, Bucks. Let's see. Who did the Bucks play? The Lions. Lions play the Bucks, so that's a no. Let's go look at the Broncos are playing the Bucks. It's a rookie though. Baker Mayfield and his passing. Ooh, it's ugly. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. I like their matchup just a little bit better against the Colts than any of these other matchups. I mean, Giants against I think Commanders are gonna score enough. Nah, I'm not gonna go there. So yeah. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers defense. I like their defense this year this game against the Colts. You may only get 10, 12 points out of it because I think the Colts will score at least 14 points, but I think the Packers should be able to get maybe a couple of turnovers from and you hopefully they'll return. So yeah, I'll go with the Packers defense. That's what I'm gonna go with. Sergio, what we got, my man? 12-team full PPR quarterback. We got Lamar. We got Olave. We got McLaurin. We got Bijan. Where's your other running back? You're missing a running back. So you got ETN in the flex and you got Worthy in the flex. Unless ETN is your other running back and Worthy is in your flex. Kicker Elliott. Bears defense. Remove. Bears playing this week. Texans. Ooh. I'd find another defense. I like the Bears defense, don't get me wrong, but against the Texans week 1, I wouldn't do that. Trey Benson, running back. Okay. And maybe that was your running back with Trey Benson. Cortland Sutton. I'm not a big fan of Cortland Sutton. So. You watch Coach long enough on this show, I'm just not a fan of Cortland. Polk. You got Wilson and you got Elliott. It's a 12-team PPR. Yeah, B minus. I like the Bears defense, but remove it for week 1 or pick up somebody else for week 1. I like the kicker. I like your flex. Again, ETN is good because his quarterback gives him 2 touchdowns a game, so you're making money there. As I spoke to my man Joe, I am worried about Chris Olave because I'm worried about the Saints. That's it. I'm not saying he's a bad receiver. I think he's a great receiver. I'm worried about the Saints and their longevity and what they plan on doing this year. It's only one running back league. Okay. Thank you for that confirmation. And you got Bijan in that position. You're golden. So, yeah, I give it a B. This team, you and Coach together, we can take it to the Super Bowl. We can take it to the championship, Sergio. We can do that. That's not a problem. You'll be making it with that. They don't play the Eagles week 1? Then what a month. Oh, I'm sorry, fellas. Coach was looking at the wrong. I was looking at the wrong week. No, September 8th. Okay, I think the Falcons play the Steelers. But do I still want to play the Falcons and the Steelers? So don't play Green Bay because he's right. Green Bay plays. Where you at? Take that back. Green Bay plays the Titans. No, not Titans. Where are you at? Where's week 9? Thank you for that, Dave. Yeah, they play Eagles Monday night. No. Don't do the Packers. Don't do the Packers. Sorry about that. I apologize. All right. We're on track. Where are the Falcons? Let's go back to the Falcons then. The Falcons don't play this week? They play the Steelers. You want to play the Falcons against the Steelers, though. You don't want the Colts against the Texans. That's a no-no. Did you do Falcons against the Steelers? The Lions play the Rams. I wouldn't do that one. I wouldn't play that defense against the Rams. Bears and Titans, huh? Let's stick with the Bears. Let's go with whoever I said keep the Bears because they're playing the Titans this week. So keep the Bears on your roster, Sergio. As for all in the show, let's go back to your request. Vikings, Falcons, Bucks, Giants, Chargers, Packers, Eagles, Lions, Broncos, Colts. We don't want the Eagles going against Green Bay. It's going to be a scoring game, basically. I am leaning towards the Falcons right now. Let's go check the Bucks. I like the Bucks against the Commanders. If that works for you, all in the show, all in one show. I like the Bucks against the Bucks against the Commanders. I like that. So if you want to go with the Bucks over the Saints, I pick that. The Broncos, maybe. Let's see what the Broncos are playing against. They're playing Seattle. If you like the Broncos against Seattle, that's a good one too. Actually, I could go behind that one. So I would take either the Broncos versus Seattle or Atlanta. No, Bucks versus the Commanders. I'm still not doing Atlanta against the Steelers. I do the Bucks versus Commanders. Remember, we're looking for a top-heavy defense over a not so top-heavy offense, and those are the two that I think potentially would have that. So either the Bucks or the Bucks or Broncos is who I go with. And again, Sergio, keep the Bears, especially for week 1. Chargers defense? No. I need to see what the Chargers can do under this new coach before I do anything dealing with them. Sorry. Right now, it's a no. All right, let's see what we got here. We got another question. We got a trade bureau in his league. Kawandor, if I said that correctly. Giving Higgins for Aaron Jones is replacing Eckler. I could replace Higgins for Keenan Allen on my bench. Let me know what you think. I don't like Aaron Jones. Question. How many players in this league? Is this a 12-team, 10-team, 14-team, 16-team league? Let me know that first. And then let me know what running backs are in the waiver wire before we continue about talking about this trade. I really don't want you giving up Higgins, but if you have, and let me know what the rest of your roster looks like as well. Let me know what the rest of your roster looks like. Let's see. Why isn't the Saints a good option? They played the Panthers because the Panthers are still going to score on the Saints. It's not like they're going to blow out. You got to remember something about defenses, all right? When you're playing fantasy football with the defense, right? You start off with 10 points. Period. The minute 3 to 7 points are scored on you, you lose points. The minute, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many more points your offense scores. It's the fact that your defense allowed touchdown. Period. Doesn't matter. Your defense allowed. And if your defense doesn't allow touchdowns, right? It's just 10 points. In fantasy football, you need a defense to go up against somebody that's going to get turnovers, that's going to get scoring touchdowns, stuff like that. The Saints defense is not what everybody thinks it used to be. Okay? This is a new regime under Dennis Allen, and it's not good. Though the matchup does seem nice, here's the other potential thing you got to look at. That's a division rival right there. Panthers know how to play the Saints. Doesn't matter how bad the Panthers are, they know how to play the Saints. The Saints could win that game 24-17. Doesn't matter. You got the Saints defense and you allowed 17 points by the Panthers. How many points do you think your fantasy team is going to have because of that now? See my point? The reason why I'm saying go after the Broncos, right? They're going after Seattle. I'm not big on Geno this year. I don't think Geno's going to score 3 or 4 touchdowns against the Broncos defense. No, maybe 2 touchdowns, but I also think the Broncos defense is good at taking the ball away as well. The same with the Buccaneers, right? The Buccaneers have one thing that eats at me every week. They play that ugly Tampa 2 defense, the cover 2. But what happens when that field gets short? Can't score on them. Front 7 is pretty vicious, and they turn the ball over. And they're going against the Commanders, and they don't have a strong offense. They have a rookie quarterback, okay, with new weapons, by the way. Chemistry needs to unfold. You know how long it takes for chemistry? It takes about 4 to 5 weeks, not training camp. It needs 4 to 5 real-time game weeks. You know who's going to eat during that time? Defenses like the Buccaneers. You know what I mean? So, Chargers against the Raiders. It looks good, but I wouldn't go against them. Again, I don't trust the Chargers right now because I just got to see what they do with Harbaugh. That's just my biggest thing there. And all he did was take a bunch of players that his brother didn't want anymore. Not sure how I feel about that. So, a team that I can be faithful in and know that I can take the points for whatever they give me, it's the Buccaneers and it's the Broncos, if that's what's available for you. Bears or Chargers? Bears. You got a 12-man league. Running backs are pretty thin, but I'm worried because the Vikings look pretty bad. They really do. They're horrible. They have nothing there, bro. That's why I'm worried about you taking Aaron Jones, and I was trying to see what else you had in the waiver wire. I got Edwards, Cabernet, and Perrine on my bench. Waivers are really thin. Could take Dalvin Cook or Pierce. I would take Pierce. Take Pierce. He's sharing the backfield with Joe Mixon. So I don't like him as a starter, but I definitely would take him off the waiver wire and take them 12, 15 points that he'll get you. So definitely pick up Pierce. I like that. Thank you for thinking no for the trade. Wait for it. You're at, look, fantasy is a long time, okay? You got to sometimes take those week 1 punches right in the mouth, okay? Again, you're thinking smartly. Wait for an injury to happen. Your roster is good enough to wait. Like, the season is long. Where you have to stop waiting, it's like week 4, week 5. Now we got to make some things happen until we need wins. We can't be 0-4 and then not win week 5. Or you see what I'm saying? So you have a few weeks to let things play out. So let them play out. Then you got to make some moves. You got to drop some people. You got to hit the waiver wires hard. This, got to be vigilant. But with Cabernet, with Edwards, don't really care for Perrine. That's a droppable person to pick up somebody else. Obviously, Pierce, if you could. It ain't too thin. You're looking pretty good, actually. You're looking pretty good, man. I'm not, like I said, I don't want you to get rid of, like I said, I was like, when you said Trey Higgins, I was like, for Aaron Jones, that's a lot, bro. I know you need running backs, but that's a lot. And you still got Eckler. He's not falling off. He's not a downhill runner. He catches passes. He'll be okay. But again, if you got Cabernet, you should be fine because he's still sharing the backfield, but he should still get his. He was a rookie last year. He dealt with injuries, but I think he'll be fine this year. He might even catapult. He might be lucky to catapult. There goes your number 2 right there. You don't need Dalvin Cook. No idea why he signed with the Cowboys. Boy, I've been running my mind. I said he was done last year. Here you go. Climbing for another team. No, you don't need him, but I'm not even a big fan of Dameon Pierce. But I'm telling you to pick up Dameon Pierce because him as the backup in Houston is so much more viable than you get rid of Higgins. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can handle dealing with all of that, which you have now, than getting rid of Higgins and dealing with Aaron Jones, bro. No. You're going to have Aaron Jones for just a smidget. What is he going to get? A lot of dump offs from Aaron Donald. We know this. That's okay. And what is he going to do with those dump offs? Much of nothing until he get hurt too. Now you got 6-8 weeks of a running back. Now you're off worse than you was. And this person is smiling because T. Higgins is on that same week you traded him. Dropped 3 touchdowns in one game. Will he do it again? No. But you could have used those 3 touchdowns that game, right? So, yeah, we stay with Higgins. Damn Aaron Jones. We roll with Pierce off the wire, and we rock our roster and keep it moving. Again, wait for the injuries. Be a waiver wire sniper. Resettle the roster as best as we can. But no, you're going to be good, my guy. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. Good insight. Appreciate it. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for. Subscribe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'm here every week. We're going to be here all season, guys. All season, okay? Today is the longest of all shows because it's the return. It's week 1. We've had a lot of segments to go through. I've introduced you guys to my team that I drafted in the Fire Pit. I introduced you to me running the R2L League, and I gave a draft grade for all 14 players. And I'm going back and forth in the comments with you guys. We still got a couple more things to go through, but this will be the longest show. After this, it'll be broken up. It'll be a little different. But this is going to be the longest show for today just because it's week 1. We're back in football. We've got a lot of information that we got to go over. Real good insight. Thank you, my man. Hey, anytime, man. And look, and also, you can send me a message through YouTube if you need to get through Coach. If you got questions about your roster, hey, I'm having second thought. Hit Coach up on here. You can hit me up on Instagram. On the field. Oh, sorry, that's gone. Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. That's on Instagram. And Coach Coombs number 5. Don't type out the number. It's Coach Coombs 5. That is on TikTok. So you can reach me on TikTok. You can reach me on Instagram. You need to reach me on Facebook. My full name, my government name, Matthew Coombs. I don't really use that on here that much. But that's my government name on Facebook. Because Facebook don't let you use fake names or whatever. But you can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on YouTube. You can reach me on Instagram. And you can reach me on TikTok. I am available anytime a notification request comes in and you need Coach to help you with anything. Ask anybody here that's on the chat. Ask my man Caden that came back. Me and Caden been rocking all year last year. My man Caden. He has returned for season 2. I love it. I want my returners. I hope the guy from India comes back. I got the guy from India back. It became a subscriber. That's how good I am. I'm sorry. I'm a brag. That's how good I am. Okay? Because I don't do it for me. I tried to retire till Fire Pit dragged me back in. They want their answer. I'm going to hand it to them. But other than that, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to give you guys everything I got inside this big old head that has to do with football. It's for you guys, okay? Even if you guys asking coach about, hey, coach, I got a money line. Should I take this receiver with 5 catches, 40 yards, and a touchdown? I'm going to look at that receiver. I'm going to look at the information. I'm going to tell you yes or no. I want you to win money, not lose money. So, yes, coach is also going to be here for money line. Yes, indeed. I'm here for you guys, man. Motion, man, what we got? Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Thoughts on my team, 10-man league, PPR. Kyler Murray, Kyron Williams, Devon A-Chain, A.J. Brown, Cooper Kupp, Trey McBride, Devontae Johnson, and I'm assuming you have David Montgomery. What's your defense, and do you have a kicker? I'm not a big fan of Kyler Murray. He doesn't last 18 weeks. That's my own opinion. But outside of Kyler Murray, with Kyron, A-Chain, A.J. Brown, Kupp, McBride, Deontay Johnson, and Monty, defense is the Niners, and kicker is Dustin Hopkins. Not bad. I will have to give your roster, this 10-man roster, these look like these are your starters. So for your starters, I give you a B+. Even not being a big fan of Kyler Murray tears it up for the first 8 weeks of football. So you got it there. And as long as Kyron Williams doesn't turn into a punt returner, we should all be fine, because I have him too. I have him on my team too. So as long as the punt returner is actually running the football up and down the field, we should be fine there. You do have Devon A-Chain. He's sharing the ball with Raheem Mostert, but he's the starter. He should be fine. I think you got a good team. I think you got a really good team. Pay attention to your bench, because I don't know what your bench is. If you have moves to make, if you're not strong, if you just don't feel like you like your bench, you're ready to hit the waiver wires. And I will tell you right now, Cooper Kupp is the best trade option that you have to push your roster. It has to be Kupp. You might be able to get A.J. Brown. I just wouldn't trade A.J. Brown. I'm keeping that. Like, he had 1,400, 1,500 yards last year. Is he going to get that again this year? He could drop to 12. But I still want that. You see what I'm saying? It's 87. That's 80-something yards a game right there, plus a touchdown. You know what I mean? So I'm keeping him. But I'm using Kupp as trade bait. I think it may be Deontay Johnson if he can go off early. It might be him too, but I'm keeping Kupp as trade bait. Full fam, I'll be tuning in every week. Yep. So look here. Just since you said that, right now with my work schedule at Flanagan's, right now this week I'm off Wednesday, Thursday. So and same as next week. So Coach will be back next Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to do 2 shows. Might even step in tomorrow. No. Since I did this big one today, I'm going to keep it like this. But next week, I'm doing 2 shows. I'm going to do a Wednesday show and Thursday show. Wednesday show is basically going to be everything that happened in week 1. Thursday show is getting us ready for week 2. All right. And then the week after that, I'm actually off Monday, Tuesday, because get your changes for the next 2 weeks after that. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday off days. So those are going to be the days that I have the shows then. Okay. Because I'm in training at the new job that I'm at for being a manager or a kitchen manager. So right now, my schedule is deemed where they need me and stuff right now. So as soon as I get to my store, we'll iron out what weeks I'll have all the shows and everything. But right now, I'm doing everything on my off days. So you guys will be notified well before, so you guys can tune in each and every week. And what I will do to make sure everybody can tune in on time, I'm getting up at 8 in the morning. We having our show at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the time Coach is going to be ready for you. 8 a.m. So I hope you're ready. Let's see. I'm honestly not too worried about Kyron returning in the year Kupp got the Triple Crown. He was the punt returner. That's very true. That's very, very true. I like that you pointed that out. Very good. Good information right there, right? So good job. I like that. I like that. So let's see. Please, hey, subscribe and be back. I'm here every week for you guys. I'm going to give you guys nothing but the best information. I'm sorry. I love this thing too much to let ESPN ruin you all. No more ESPN, Coach. And look here. If you want to know where Coach gets all his information from, it's not hard. Sirius XM radio. I don't do anything but listen to fantasy football sports radio. That's all I listen to because those guys know exactly what they're talking about. You'll make a decision, right? And you'll change it because ESPN tell you to, right? And you're going to look at your roster in the week one and play, or whatever week you're going to play. You're like, what? Why? You listen to ESPN, right? You'll make a decision based off your brain. And you'll listen to fantasy sports radio. And you know what you're going to say? I knew it. Why? They are us. They are people. They are not statistics. They are not a program that is built for you to fail. That's what ESPN is built for you to fail. That is how they make their money because you put all your money into them. So if you want to steal from ESPN, use your own mind and use people who actually go against ESPN, go against the grain. I don't listen to nobody. Go ask anybody in R2L. How many times they argue Coach up and down? I've said Josh Allen was overrated. This ain't about fantasy. There's an overrated quarterback. He did not deserve that contract that he got when he got it because what did you do? You went to the second round and lost to Patrick Mahomes, who then went on and won a Super Bowl. He got paid. Why did you get money? What did you do? Nothing. Because you didn't do nothing the year after that. You didn't do nothing the year after that. You didn't do nothing the year after that. You kept losing to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. The only person that has a consecutive record of this beating Patrick Mahomes is Joe Burrow. But in fantasy, I will tell you all day, take Josh Allen in the second round, third round. He's got a fantasy football. He's putting up 30-plus points a game in fantasy. Fantasy is different from what actual football, okay? I will kill him in actual football because he turns the ball over too much, and I only killed the fact that he didn't deserve that paycheck. There's nothing in him that says we're going to win a Super Bowl by paying him all this money. That's my point with Josh Allen. Other than that, I like it. Let's see. Also, I passed on Saquon and Jameer to draft Kyron. How do you feel about that? I would not have passed on Jameer. Saquon is fine. I think Saquon's soft. Not in a bad way. I just think, like I said earlier, I think his body's soft. He just took a lot of hits. He's had a lot of injuries. And after getting, remember, guys, one thing that I remember about a running back? 5 years, pimp. Their body is good for 5 years. That's it. So I'm not expecting a lot out of Saquon. So good pass. Is he a first-round draft pick? Sure. Would I take him in the first round? No. Jameer Gibbs is the first-round draft pick. That's who I picked. I went for the younger guy. That's what I did. Is he injured right now? Yeah. But is he playing through injury? Yeah. And does he have another man running the ball? Yes. I'm fine. But you passed up both of them for Kyron. That's fine. Because Kyron Williams is the first-round running back. Second round at best. And that's early first round, like the first pick in the second round. Yeah, some of these big channels have no idea what they're talking about. All about clicks. Yes, that's it. They are about the names. You know what? You ever look at these draft orders and did you see how many receivers were up there? And did you see how many receivers were taken? And did you see how many number one running backs went at 9, 10, 11, and 12? Think about that. I didn't want any one of those receivers that got paid. I don't want one. You have a target on your back. You said I want to be the number one receiver. I want to be paid like the number one receiver. All of those defenders who now want to be paid like top safety, like a top corner. You got to deal with them now. It's a battle. I don't want that battle. Give me single coverage. This is fantasy, bro. I need points. Give me single coverage wide receivers. Darryl Mooney. Jalen Reed. Tank Dell. Give me those guys, okay? I want single coverage points. I don't need drop balls on double coverage. I don't need, we would have had that touchdown if he caught it in double coverage. No, I don't want that. Bye-bye. I don't want not one receiver that got paid. I'm sorry. I don't want either one of it. I didn't want a quarterback that got paid last year. Look what happened. Most of them got hurt. Most of them. I didn't play fantasy last year, but I told people to stay away from all those quarterbacks. They all got hurt. All of them. All of them that got paid. Even Justin Hurt, they all got hurt. Everybody except for Lamar Jackson. He like pain. And he had the best season of his career, and they're going to deplete now because they got Derrick Henry. Let's see here. Thoughts on this team. We got a 12-man PPR, 1 flex. CD, Hurts, Ramondre, Laporta, Devontae Smith, Javonte Williams. He came along late last year, so hopefully he kicks up dust. And DJ Moore, who just got paid. It's very top heavy. What's on your back end? What's on the bench? Seattle is just for week 1 because of the matchup. And I saw that, but I like the Broncos in that matchup better than Seattle. That's a division game. Not division. I'm gonna talk about it. Who's home in that game? That because if they're in Seattle. That Seattle defense is a little bit better too. Okay, so based on the 2 defenses you had, if you're rocking with Seattle for that week 1 matchup, I'll go with that one, Kev. I will. Even though I know I told other guys do the Broncos. Your team is different from Kev's team. So Kev, yeah. You can rock with that matchup. Unless you have another defense that you can drop, like you can pick up to replace both of those, or at least replace one of them to rock with that team this week. Just because I still think the Broncos and Bo Nix, I know they're gonna run the ball. He's gonna have the Broncos are gonna have at least 13 points, maybe 17. So that's still, unless Seattle can turn over the ball while giving up 17 points, you might only get like 8 points on defense total. Let's see. One last one for you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, Motion Man. I ended up taking A-Chain over Josh Jacobs, but it took me till the last second to choose. I was torn. It's a tear, bro. It's a tear. You did not make a wrong choice. You did not make a wrong choice. You could have went with either one. Put it this way. My 2 choices in my first round pick were between Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor. And I was drafted right next to the dude that he saw it in my queue. Our computer, I didn't look at his, he looked at mine. He literally took Jonathan Taylor right in front of me. Yeah, that's fine. I took Jahmyr. Why? Because I had them both on my radar. They're both going to do what I want them to do. Would I have liked to have Taylor? Yes, but I got Jahmyr Gibbs, so I'm just as happy. So yeah, Josh Jacobs for A-Chain over Jacobs. You're not missing anything. You got the younger guy. I just think Josh Jacobs is going to make wonderful noise in Green Bay. That's what I love about it. But A-Chain, he's going to make the same wonderful noise in Miami. What trades or drops you recommend me doing to improve the squad? Sergio, let's see. You got Olave, McLaurin, you got Worthy, you got Elliott. If you can get rid of Sutton, would be a great trade bait. Cortland Sutton is a great trade. You can get anything you want from him, especially in the first couple of games. If he goes off, he is the perfect trade bait for you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that A grade. I set my roster up deliberately that way. You did. I specifically said it. Again. So when I gave my first inclination, when I was just looking at everybody's roster, I didn't give a grade. I was just like, oh, Vaughn and Dave got strong teams. Just based off what they had and looking at everybody, it was strong. Starters were strong. Dave's held on because he got the A+. That dude's roster is freaking scary. And so is yours, because if you don't make a trade, you're in the playoffs. If you make a trade, you're in the playoffs. That's how scary your team is. So and it looked like you had just the most strategic way. You draft everybody you want. It's like everybody you wanted, you took. Period. Like there was no guessing. There was no, oh man, I got to settle for this. And if you had to settle for one, that's fine. But you look like you took the draft in the way that you wanted it to go. So yeah, you did out. You, Devin, and Dave, outstanding drafts. Outstanding. Does that mean y'all gonna win the championship? Because again, anything can happen. Vaughn still got a top-heavy team that could beat anybody. He just can't lose nothing unless he make the right trade. So you guys had Teddy gonna get beat up. Teddy gonna get beat up. Oh man, Tig don't miss. What we got here? Got McLaurin, Jonathan Brooks, Curtis Samuel, Jerome Ford on the bench. Okay, on the bench. Okay. Woo! You had me scared for a second there. This is your bench players. Okay. And you see your 12 men, you have CD Hurst, Ramondre Laporta, Devontae, that's cool. And DJ. Devontae and DJ. And on your bench, you got McLaurin, Brooks, Curtis Samuel, and Jerome Ford. Who's your starting running back? We gotta get rid of Ramondre, bro. We gotta find a way to get rid of him. But with this team, I give it a B-. Wait, I'm missing something. Who's your quarterback? Yeah, who's your quarterback? I need your quarterback. Sergio, for you. Cortland Sutton is your drop. Is your trade bait. Yeah, drop the gift for Wandale. I had to make that move. And I'm not big on Wandale, but like if that's your weakest move right there, shit, that's trade bait. The Niners defense worth keeping. Absolutely. The Niners are going to shut people down for the first 5 weeks. Absolutely. Don't let that go nowhere right now. Absolutely. Keep that defense. They didn't lose much. No. Don't. You got to remember who the head coach is and who runs the defense over there. That doesn't. When Niners lose people, it doesn't hurt their defense at all. Trust me when I tell you that. They had enough on the back end to move up in the starting roles. Trust me when I tell you that. Don't buy into that. 49ers defense, top 10. They take the ball away too, by the way. And that secondary is going to be really scary. So don't worry about what they lost up front. Teams got to throw the ball on the Niners, and then they're going to look good. Keep the Niners defense. My bench is Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, Khalil Shakir, David Montgomery, Goddard, and I took Jordan Mason as a handcuff in case CMC gets hurt. Because he will, because he's already starting off week 1 hurt, and he got the Madden curse. So, yes, coach believes in the Madden curse. So good job on handcuffing him. That was really good. All right, Moster Man, you on a roll. You looking real good. This roster. I give this roster a B. I like your bench. I give this roster a B. Also got Gus Edwards on the bench. Real nice. Third backup is Bo Nix. Okay, good job there. In my other league, I have Hurts, Ayuk, Cooper Kupp, CMC, Gibbs, Kincaid, Ford, Deontay Johnson, Swift, Reed, Chase, Goddard, James, Mayfield, Tucker, and Philly D. Kev's trying to win every football game he plays. Oh, my goodness. All right, so look here. We're going to head for another commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to go over these teams for week 1 and who we're going to do our picks and losses. So, Coach will be right back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, they never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes. They gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and go through these picks. We kind of did our starting sits with the segment that we just kind of went through with everybody. So we're going to go ahead and get into these games real quick. And these picks, to be real quick, it's really just who I think is going to win and who I think is going to lose. So for our Thursday night game tomorrow, I'm picking the Ravens over the Chiefs. For the Packers and Eagles, I'm going to pick the Eagles to win that game. And for Sunday slates, we have the Panthers and Saints. I'm picking the Saints to win that game. But trust me, don't think it's literally just because I think the Saints are just better than the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers are good at all. We have Bears and Titans. I'm picking the Bears over the Titans. I'm picking the Bengals over the Patriots. I'm picking the Giants over the Vikings. I'm picking the Texans over the Colts in that division game. I'm picking the Cardinals. No, I'm picking the Bills over the Cardinals. Sorry about that. I'm picking the Dolphins. I'm picking the Jaguars over the Dolphins. Sorry. I got the Jaguars in the upset. I'm picking the Falcons over the Steelers. I'm picking the Seahawks over the Broncos. I'm picking the Chargers over the Raiders. I'm picking the Browns over the Cowboys. Cowboys don't win in week one. It's just one of those things that don't win in week one. So I'm picking the Browns over the Cowboys. I'm picking the Bucks over the Commanders. I'm picking the it's gonna be a good game. Rams and Lions, Sunday Night Football. Shoot. Let's go with the Lions. I'm going to pick the Lions over the Rams. And for Monday Night Football, we'll go 49ers over the Jets for Monday Night Football. So those are our pick'ems. However, one last segment before we head out. It is for those who will not make it this year. I don't know where to go. I can find it. Oh, I can't find it. Don't worry about it. All right. So before we go, I'm going to check the comments one more time. So again, I appreciate everybody today. I appreciate you guys staying with me this long. I can't believe we had a show this long. But I do appreciate all the new followers that joined us today. So we'll be back next week, of course. Let's see. Before we go, full out. You're right. It was a full out show, man. Hey, it was week one. It was a welcome back. I was excited to bring this to guys. So look, I got a lot of breaking down of this editing to do. It was a big show. So stay tuned for anything you guys need. I will be breaking this show down into different sections, and even breaking them down into shorts after that. So stay tuned for that. But welcome back. Week one is here. Good luck this weekend to everybody in fantasy football. And I will see you guys for week two. Coach is out.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.